Hello, and welcome to a town. The town. It used to be Entity Point, and a world of fallen heroes. But not anymore. Things can happen here, and only here, for here is all there is. I am the narrator. I say to you, the watchers, and to the players, what happens in this world, and why it's so important. Allow me to paint. Hello, everyone. I was wondering when you'd arrive. We've reached it. The end. You find yourselves in the boardroom. And it turns out Buck gets inspiration.
Oh, lovely.
Buck just get given inspiration.
Harish gave you inspiration.
Quite literally, you get one reroll.
Oh. Okay.
That's if you have to roll it all today.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like
It's not hearing him.
dialogue, isn't it?
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, anyway. As you
Buck
were
has
saying.
not said. Buck hasn't said anything yet. He is very wary though. He's like, what? This is just wild.
He's kind of blown. For the first time, he is totally.
I don't like Buck being speechless. I want his beautiful country accent.
It has to come from.
I hate to see it. You love to hear it.
You hate to say it.
Yeah. It's got to be like I think he's got to understand a little bit.
More before that happens, because right now it's just like I don't even know how to interpret what's happening in front of me.
You find yourselves in the boardroom. The director, the narrator, and the warden sit around. The speaker stands in the center with all of you.
Fair.
Hello, everyone. I wasn't expecting you so soon.
We fixed your problem.
Most of it.
Did you? Did you know?
Well, we fixed
98% of the problem.
there is no longer a big threat. We'll put it that way.
Good.
We have time.
Nothing but time. In fact, I think that's all we have here.
We have more than enough time.
What that machine gives out.
So please explain what the hell you're doing here.
You invited us here.
Well,
I wish I knew.
let's put it this way. We, more or less, are meeting you halfway.
You're meeting us halfway.
Yeah.
To where?
To fixing everything. We stopped everything from being destroyed permanently.
Yes.
Now, I think it's only fair that your job is to put everything back to the way it was.
And how would we do that?
It's a question I don't know. the
There's
answer to.
nothing left, remember? We can't put it back together because there's nothing left to put there. All this stuff in the beyond, it doesn't work anymore. That's why it's there. The only matter left in existence is that little pocket that you left there.
What about
However long that lasts.
the Antiverse?
No.
Okay.
As you say that, you see the warden like stick his head up. What? What? Who said that?
Wait,
I
There's
said it.
nothing. There's nothing left. Like
No.
we.
Where did
we
it
got
go?
here somehow.
No. But there's about 100-foot diameter circle of existence left.
Sure.
But that's it. Literally.
So, at any point, everything else is gone?
Yes,
With a few exceptions.
young man.
Huh.
Question is, where did it go? And why can't we get it back? It can't be created or destroyed, you said.
Did you mention the antiverse? Why are you talking
Oh.
about?
Oh, they were saying that there is no more matter anywhere else. No more, anywhere else in the universe. And I was saying we could just take some from the antiverse. If we need.
No.
We have need. Why
Would
not?
you like everything to break again?
Well, it's
That
kind
is-
of already broken.
That didn't.
Almost beyond
You are
repair.
simply stating that. That doesn't answer the question.
How exactly would that break?
It would break.
In what way?
The antiverse is what breaks things. Everything that is in there is what didn't work.
And also what was needed to keep that functioning, I presume.
No. The antiverse functions on its own. It cannot come in.
Then why won't the rest of the stuff in the Beyond work as well?
Um,
And why can't you create more? Done it how many times?
At least 7.
the warden turns to the narrator and director. This is the question for you. I did not have anything
Yes.
to do with that.
Yes, my question was addressed to the general board,
I
not
believe
just
it
you,
was
warden.
mentioned this was the 6th.
But they were doing tests and stuff before that, so they clearly created matter before that.
This was the 6th official.
Yes.
The
Seven
So
total.
praise person.
the tests are not made of matter.
Second?
The tests are not made of matter. Matter do not exist
Oh,
yet.
interesting.
We use the energy from the garden to fix everything, but it does not have enough left.
And will it regain that energy over time?
There is no more time, remember?
And it cannot recollect the energy that has been expended.
It would take far too much of the energy it has left. It needs help.
What
Help
kind
that
of
we
help?
do not have the ability to give.
What kind of help?
We don't know.
Forgive me if this has already been explained, but I want someone on the board, if not the whole board, to explain to me what the Beyond is.
The Beyond is, well, it was created as a place to put the excess of existence and what to put it. Whenever the end occurred, we took whatever dust was left and put it into the Beyond. But its original purpose was simply to be where beings like us existed.
Right. Who created the Beyond?
The voice.
Okay. Which is why it remains more or less inaccessible to the board.
Yes and no. It's merely what is in the Beyond does not have the ability to.
To transfer.
Yes.
Wilcox, I don't suppose you could do anything? Probably not. Not if
I don't know what the fuck is going on!
That's fair.
That was the least Wilcox sounding Wilcox I've ever heard.
He's no Wilcox right now, he's terrified!
I'm terrified. I'm Jason.
That's terrible.
You see Jonesy walk up to the center. You
Hydration.
just look up. I know that's why I did this.
Well, I'm blind
Where the speaker
in the
thing?
ears.
Yes. Or yeah, near the center and look up. And he just points at specifically the director and the narrator. This is your fuck up and you need to fix it, okay? This isn't our job. We're merely the products of your creation.
Not our job, but it's still our problem.
Where did the
I'm
matter?
done with it being my problem.
So the voices that I guess now the voice in the dark. They are the ones. They took the matter, right? It was.
No,
What happened then? Where did it go?
they broke him. And narrator points at the speaker.
Yes, but they were the ones causing destruction, technically, correct?
No, all they did was break him.
Okay. So where did that energy go then? The energy from the garden that formed that.
That formed the voices?
No, that formed what was. You said that all the matter that was made was created using energy from the garden. Where did all that matter, all that energy from the garden go?
The beyond. It doesn't work anymore. That's why it's there.
If the voice could send it there, could it not?
It
If the
didn't
voice is,
send it there. I don't
it
think
leaked through him.
I don't
it's
think
broken,
you understand
or-
what I was saying. The ways we fixed existence was by using energy from the garden. It doesn't have enough to give anymore. It's not generating enough for us to fix it anymore.
No, what I was asking is where did
What
the
if,
matter go? And yeah,
Into
I
the
didn't
beyond.
misunderstand that. Yes, I got
Wait,
that.
wait.
Yes.
I feel like we're all ignoring an option that, I'm sure has presented itself from time to time. Why can't you just use your own energy? Why can't it come from you?
I would be more than willing, but the board has its purpose, and we must serve that purpose.
What is that purpose?
Okay, yeah. How important is that purpose? Do we really need you? Do we really need you?
Well, for
As far
the
as I can
director,
tell, all you do is give people powers that haunt them for the rest of their lives. What do you really do?
you want to know what we really do, Buck? Williams?
Is there like a table of chairs around this in this room? Buck very defiantly sits down in one of the chairs.
Do you really want to know, Buck Williams,
Okay, I'm offended.
what we do?
Maybe
I do.
you answer me, and I'll find out I'll figure out whether I think it's satisfactory.
I am the director. Okay? I am the lawmaker of existence. I created all of the rules that all of the cosmic beings must follow. I'm the reason you're not dead right now. Because if I was not a thing, all of those beings would cause pure chaos and destruction. You would have died a long time ago. You may not have even been born. So you're welcome. That doesn't sound so bad.
Are you saying without you, it's just chaos?
Yes.
But would life go on?
There may not have been a life in the first place. The warden keeps the antiverse in check and makes sure nothing inside of it gets out.
Real quick question about the warden specifically. This is tangentially related and not really relevant to the problem at hand. But as we all know currently, we exist kind of outside of time, so it doesn't really matter. The warden he wasn't always, for lack of a better term, this frail, right?
Yes.
What does that mean for his job as being the one who keeps the antiverse in check?
Related, why was he the guardian and why is he no longer the guardian?
He was the guardian of existence, but then the antiverse needed to be a thing and we needed someone to protect it. Unbeknownst to us, every time we fixed existence, energy doesn't last forever. So eventually, we will end, like everything else. Whenever we fixed everything, me and the narrator were rejuvenated. But the warden was not, because he was not there to take in any energy. That's why he is the way he is.
Interesting. You tell me.
As long as he exists, the barrier around the Antiverse will stay.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
He does not need to be good at his job. His job is simply to exist. He's
rough.
very good at that.
Weston looks over at the
The-
aging
The
warden.
warden he's like asleep. And
Yeah, it's
Okay, so
awfully convenient that he only has to exist to do his job.
Is he
But I mean,
dead?
so what happens if he does
Only
end then?
mentally.
what?
When does that happen, and what will happen if he ends existing?
Then the barrier around the Antiverse breaks, and everything inside of it gets out. But we will make sure that doesn't happen.
How?
I'm starting to get a.
Relevant to this discussion.
it's
Actually, it is.
I don't see how it's relevant.
It's really not, Jason. The Antiverse does not affect us.
Actually, it does.
It does not. The whole point of the Warden is that it doesn't.
Yes. And how could the warden be rejuvenated? Because you said being there at the present, like during
Whenever
the
we fixed it,
fixing of
yes.
things, is what. If that's
We
the
would
only
have
thing that you-
rejuvenated the warden.
but there's not enough energy
There's
left in
not
the
enough
garden,
energy left in the garden.
so that makes it not a problem. How? That makes it not related to our problem. How?
If everything,
Because you don't have to worry about it. That's my job.
because it's
worry
there's
about.
nothing. If there's no reality left and the Antiverse gets out, where's it going to go to?
Okay. Let's get back to the main question. We have, for all intents and purposes, solved the biggest problem facing all of us, which is our immediate and total annihilation permanently. We now have time, or not time, to come up with some way to restore things, or, and I don't think anybody is going to like this secondary option, we all stay in this room for the rest of eternity, or however long it is until you guys end, and stare at each other and twiddle our thumbs.
You are you like, because they're on separate sides of the room, are you looking at the director or the narrator?
I'll probably switch in between.
The director just puts his head in his hands and goes, "Oh dear, voice, no."
Right? See, like I said, nobody really fancies that option, but
I have an option. Well, something to consider first. You draw energy. You draw power from the garden. That's what energizes you. That's what keeps you going. Correct?
It used to be the voice, but yes, it was.
What
Hold
if?
no, you go ahead.
Would that energy hypothetically be enough to restore things to an extent? If we were to use some of it, not all. We would need to keep you alive for now until the garden
You
can
would have to
produce
use
enough energy.
all of the energy the garden possesses.
Hold on. We're not addressing something here. Yes, the garden as we know it it's lacking. But we know, and in fact have been to, a second garden. The one that exists within the speaker's mind.
Oh yeah, the tree being broken.
It holds the exalted tree. I don't know what that does, but that can't
That
be
tree is
entirely,
the heart of the garden.
and
right, but that
therefore-
can't be entirely unrelated. We fixed it.
we only fixed it in his mind. What if we had to go to the garden and fix it there?
Well, I already used the exalting rod. I don't
No, you
have
used
another
the
one.
spiritual form. No, because the physical exalting rod is still in his thing, right?
Oh, that's news to me.
Yeah. We knew that was just a mindscape. It was only a mental recreation of it.
For example, Jason still has that ring. In his arm.
He also
He never took it out of his arm.
I don't know, man. I'm
Yeah.
seeing burns from when Ben exploded. On
I can fix that.
that's pretty. Point is, it's pretty real. Still somewhat physical.
Wait, does he have burns?
wasn't totally entirely mental.
Oh, I'm gonna go and fix that for you.
Do you even have that power?
Yes. The garden still has power. Has the same amount of power.
Okay.
gonna waste
Regardless,
I'll use chances.
Weston will search.
Feel it.
He will pull out from his backpack, I guess, the physical exalting rod. Huh.
Ooh, what's that do?
Okay, that's something worth pursuing.
Wait a minute.
That's
What it-
some thread to
So
pull.
what exactly does that do?
It fixes the tree.
Okay.
And apparently we've only fixed one of 2 manifestations of it.
Can you send us to the garden?
So it has to mean something if we fix both. It has to give us something to work with. Right? Am I crazy?
Especially if he said it's the heart of
You
the garden.
notice that all of the board, even the warden, his sleep has gotten silent. As the speaker stares at the narrator and the director, the warden, and looks around the boardroom. I've missed this place. Why did you send me away? Please. I need to know. The board is silent.
Gives me different hats.
Yeah.
I'd be so much faster.
I do.
You do need different hats.
Yeah, like a bowler hat, maybe.
Yeah, just keep on, literally just like keep on the director's suit, just change different hats, put on glasses, mannerisms, but they're not talking to him.
You're silent.
I feel like of all people here, he's the one who deserves an answer. You owe him that much.
I try to be the most patient member of this board. But of all people here, Jonathan Myers, I think you should shut your mouth.
Why? What did he do?
Okay, Jesus Christ, Jason.
I disagree.
Speaker, you broke, and we didn't know what to do about it. There was nowhere we could put you. You couldn't stay here, you could have broken it. We had to send you to the edge. But now you're mostly fixed, and we might be able to fix you again. And more. But I don't know how. I don't know. And I usually do. Speaker just sits down at the table that Buck is at. I think there are 2 things that need to be done. We need to fix this tree in the garden and finish fixing Edge. The last thing is he needs to hear the voice because I can't hear it anymore.
I mean, I can help with that. Ceaseless. We have confirmed that that is the same voice as the voice, correct? I would be able to tell the difference, right? Because I've heard the voice when I was in the memory of the speaker.
I don't know. I think that it's the voice. It's not. It doesn't exactly quite sound the same.
So it's similar, at least.
As you say that, you hear quietly in the corner kings, the queens, the chant being played.
In the corner?
Yes.
Is there someone in the
You
corner?
see standing there is the ceaseless.
Oh, get that right.
It's playing right now.
Oh, it's standing there.
Hello?
What is their
the
form?
faceless.
It looks like static. It's this humanoid form.
Is everybody seeing that this time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. Just wanted to make sure. It wasn't
Jonesy
select
walks
few
over
people.
and scans it.
You should have expected that.
Oh, what color does it look like in the glasses that I eat from Ben?
Yeah.
It looks like static.
Okay. Interesting. Sounds about right. Also, maybe go ahead and turn those glasses off for now.
Okay. So long as this thing doesn't act maliciously, let's go ahead and get to the garden, the real physical manifestation, or however physical it can manifest as, and see if we can't fix up a tree.
Yeah. And Ben, or the Inferno, I guess, should be there to burn it on like he did last time.
Why would he be there?
That's where he went to guard. He is the guardian of
really?
the garden. Yeah. More or less.
All right, well, sure. If that's what it takes to work, and that is the case, let's just. Can anybody here take us to the garden?
Yes.
Great.
Give me a moment. As all of them stand there, waiting in anticipation, a door appears. And the door opens, and you see the garden on the inside. And they all step through.
It was weird.
Yes.
And you're now in the garden.
Is the tree there?
Well, you're in the middle of a bunch of trees. Not that specific tree,
Oh.
but
Sticks it to a random tree. Maybe it's this one.
I'm assuming Buck joined us.
yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
stepped through with everybody.
So can we
The only
do?
one
now.
from the big group that's not there is the speaker.
Makes sense if you would
No,
stay
no,
there.
Sorry, Lucas is gonna go up close to Jason and be like,
Steph's standing there
What?
and just goes, not to sound cliche or anything, but I have a bad feeling about this.
"Don't! Has she not seen any movies?"
Okay.
She literally. That's literally.
I literally- I literally just said not to be cliche.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no.
I had no idea.
Yeah, no. She can.
Alright.
She's got Spidey sense.
I thought she
I would
was
like
just
to try to find the
ignorant
tree.
with movies, because saying that is usually a bad thing.
I would like to try to find the tree.
But saying that isn't normally a bad thing. It's just that saying that is
It usually means
It usually-
you're gonna make something bad
it
happen.
usually precludes
Well-
a bad thing because you feel bad about
well,
the
but
situation.
given her power, it's the other way around.
I
Yeah.
quite literally have danger sense.
I didn't know that.
And it's working
Also,
now.
no one should ever say
I haven't.
it
been-
can't get any worse.
That does
You
make
just
sense.
said it.
It can always get worse.
But I'm not saying it like
Trust me,
that.
it can always get worse.
I'm not saying
And
it like that.
it will.
Oh no, we
Murphy's Law.
No. We know the worst that can happen.
Well,
It's
We-
happened.
We
No, because there's still a chance right now. There's still a chance right now.
As all of you are doing this, you just hear Jonesy go, "Can all of you please shut the fuck up about all of your nerd crap?
This from you?
Please.
I'm trying.
All right,
It's giving me a headache."
Let's find
Alright,
this
yeah,
tree.
fair enough. I
I feel like
agree.
you always have a headache.
I'd like to find the tree.
It should be a giant, glowing, golden, or neon tree.
There is.
Is there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you start moving through these very strange glass-like trees. Jonesy kind of leading because he's in front, just moving through. Just
Wilcox is trying to do the
he
same
puts his
thing.
hand out behind him. Wait. There's someone up ahead.
Can I try to find the tree using my...
You are not in anywhere.
But I can use it as something similar to astral projection, so I can just physically
Correct. In normal places.
Okay, so that doesn't work here?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Is he even still connected to him? My question.
You see, walking through the trees, is an old man wearing this fur coat with an oddly dull pinkish color, and he is holding a garden rake. He's just raking leaves.
Hey,
Good morning.
I was
Yeah.
wondering when you would arrive.
Good morning.
who are you? Oh wait, you're the gardener.
Yeah.
That's right.
Could you direct us to the exalting tree?
It's in the center.
Where's the center?
Oh, depends on how it's feeling.
Yeah, can you take us
And
there?
how's it feeling?
Oh, it's feeling terrible. Have you seen the state of
So
it?
it's
Yes.
probably as far away from us as possible.
But
Yeah.
we have the key to fixing it.
Yeah. Can you take us there?
Yes.
Great. Can
Please?
You, can you
Will
do
you
that
right now?
Now.
Why?
We can fix it.
Must I do it now?
So we can fix it now.
Maybe now isn't the time for it to be fixed.
Or maybe it
Oh, we
is.
have a cryptid.
A what?
Cryptic.
Oh, we were.
A little bit.
Okay, so
Well, cryptids are nothing.
what would you have us do then? Go back and not fix it?
No.
Do you not want it to be fixed?
No, it needs to be fixed.
Can you help us get there so we can fix it?
I can. Yes.
Will you
Point us
please
in the
do that?
direction?
No.
How about in 5 minutes?
Why not?
Maybe.
Time doesn't matter here.
Is it a matter of you not wanting to leave these leaves unraked? Because we can leave somebody here behind to rake them.
You can?
We have like
Lucas
9
right here needs some. Look at those no muscles on those bones.
No.
He needs the rake.
Who's saying that, Aaron?
Jonathan?
You didn't say it like Jonathan. You said it like Lucas.
No,
You
Lucas.
said Lucas here.
No, I said Lucas here. Lucas here.
Luke is here?
I want to rake.
No. I don't think you would be the one.
What?
He hands the rake to Jonathan.
Great for making. Thanks for making the sacrifice, Jonathan.
Please come with me.
Jonathan, did you by any chance cut the branch?
Assuming this
Don't
last
forget to
time,
smell the roses.
I've
But actually, don't smell those roses. They might kill you.
you also shouldn't shovel leaves with a rake. It doesn't work.
I've smelled plenty of fucking roses.
Are you sure? That's
Really
not what
sounds
you
like
did?
somebody who smelled
Did
many
you?
roses.
Did you cut the branch off?
No. Just go.
Yeah, this is
I
quite
will get
possibly
it
the
out of
last time any of us
Get out
will
of
see you.
someone's
So bye.
What? You follow the gardener.
How dare you? How dare you? You could have picked anyone else.
Yeah, there's a thematic reason.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna pick Jonathan before you said anything about. Before you said Jonathan, said Lucas. And you come through. You come to this fenced off area. There's a row of 5 very strange circular orb-like plants. In a way, they look like cabbages, with like the leaves and how the
Oh, yeah,
leaves are carried. There are 5. Each of them is a different, strange, swirling color.
Oh, Hugh.
I want one.
One of them is this deep blue with this neon green swirling around inside. Another one is this bright gold with streaks of white. The one in the center is this bright pink with flecks of purple. The 4th one is missing. It's gone.
Lost.
The 5th one. The 5th one's a mix of dark green, light blue, swirling inside. And as you walk past it, the gardener looks down. He has this melancholy look on his face as he. It's just around this corner.
Kurt Wilcox just runs up to one of them and says, Dan.
Please don't touch those.
I'm not going to touch.
I would like to turn the glasses on. I assume the colors are still the same.
Yes.
Alright.
I'm not going to touch. I'm just scanning. I swear.
I would like to.
Do not touch.
Why not?
Jason, I swear to God,
The last
Fine.
time anyone came here, they stole one.
Oh, that's what. I'm sorry. So nothing bad would happen if I touched it. You just don't want me to steal
let's
it.
not
Okay,
tamper
great. I'm sorry then.
with cosmic powers until after there's a cosmos to return to.
Also, I would like to talk to you about that soul and flower afterwards.
What?
I don't know. Anyway,
And you come to. It's bigger than the one in Edge's mind. It stretches out into this endless sky.
I'm assuming Edge's mind was a young tree.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, now we just gotta
Where's
find
the branch?
a broken
And
branch.
you see, leaning up against it is the Inferno.
Where's the
And
branch?
not burning it down.
Benjamin?
Benjamin. Okay, the Inferno, I guess.
Sparky Boom Man.
Do you want us to call you Inferno with a V at the beginning?
I don't
Or
think we
is
have to
Inferno
really
fine?
Talk to him because he's just
Okay.
gonna do his job.
So where's the branch? Do we see it on the ground?
You have the branch.
Actually,
No, we have the core of the branch.
I'm just going back on what I just said. Do you know where a broken branch would be on the street? Up. Okay. Up there. Yeah.
I look where he's pointing. Do I see it?
There are there's a potential branch.
Can any of you guys fly?
No.
Any chance you could direct us more specifically?
I don't suppose I could fly.
That's not how that goes.
He points at a very specific branch about 100 yards up.
Oh, 100 yards, I say.
Still can't see where you're pointing.
Okay.
He's like,
Well, where is the branch that
can't
fell off?
see where you're
The branch that came from there?
you don't see it anywhere.
Gardener?
Yes.
Where's the branch that broke?
Oh, that's in the shed.
Oh, okay. I go over to the shed.
There's no shed.
Oh, where's the shed?
Oh, you don't get to know what that.
Can you bring us the branch
Wait.
so we can fix the tree?
Let me explain. We're here to fix the tree. With this.
Oh, yes. Where'd you get that?
This was given, or rather, it was given in trade by an organization called Bird. I used its mental manifestation to fix this same tree, but within the mind of the speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're here to fix its more physical manifestation. That's literally all we're here to do. We're not here to
Oh.
tamper, steal, nothing. We're literally here
Touch
to
anything? You're not here to touch anything?
No.
With the exception of the
I am here
branch.
exclusively to touch
If you'll allow us to do that, and if you won't, you feel free to fix the branch yourself.
Yeah.
We're literally just here to restore it. That's it. And then we'll be gone.
Alright.
In order to
And
do
then
that,
leave with consequences, right?
yes. In order to do that, the branch has to come here.
I will go get it.
Thank
He
you.
just walks through the trees and basically just disappears.
I would like to follow him.
He disappears. I said,
This guy really doesn't seem like he wants us
I
here.
want to touch the flower that was taken.
He's just a very... Jason!
It was no.
you
it's
just see the leaves, remember? Just
Okay.
not the. There's no orb there.
I want to do the stupid thing where I just kneel down and just touch where it was.
Is this thing
You see little remnants of just pure blackness
Remember.
around around the leaves.
Jason, if
Void?
I'm capable of doing it, I will send you back to the board.
There was no black in any of the flowers, correct?
No, just that.
No.
And they weren't flowers. They were more like
Or flower
Cabbages.
things. I'm calling them flowers.
Please, just
No.
borrow your curiosity for 5 minutes. Literally until we fix this.
It's not like it makes a difference.
It could make the difference between this man helping us and not, and we need his help to fix this.
Look,
Fine.
Jason,
Fine.
you like a brother to me. Stifle your curiosity for 3 goddamn minutes.
you hear a scream.
Does it sound like the old man,
No.
the gardener?
Well, it sounds like ale, man.
And old man.
No, you do hear the sound of like a scream and then
Yelp.
Get away from me!
I'm gonna run toward that
Yeah,
street.
we'll run toward the
Yeah,
direction
I
that's
guess.
creepy.
Yes, we'll
You find, like leaning up against a tree, staring off at seemingly nothing, is Malcolm Kane.
Malcolm, what are you doing?
Hey, buddy,
Rest.
relax.
It's a long story. I'll get into it.
I swear to God, if you move, I will send you to a group of people who will probably not like you very much. They probably won't do anything to you.
Please don't hurt me.
I'm not going to hurt you. I didn't say I was going to do that.
I might.
Everybody
Hi,
else,
Michael.
everybody else,
Michael,
be
Malcolm
quiet.
is not. Shut up.
How did you get here?
Here.
What was the last thing you were doing before arriving here?
Ending.
Okay, that's accurate. Do you know what or who sent you here?
I appeared by a pond.
Who are
Red
you connected
pond?
to?
Wait, what?
A red pond.
Red pond. That.
Oh.
Okay. Can you speculate as to why you would have been sent here before your inevitable, indefinite annihilation?
No.
I would like to turn on the glasses. Who's he connected to again?
The Beyond.
Okay, the Beyond, not the Void. Okay.
Okay.
And then I read.
I'm going to ask you, if you have nothing else to say, if there's no other questions that are worth asking, you can stay with us. Do not touch anything. Do not talk to anybody. Thank you. And walk over there, back towards the giant glowing tree.
Wilcox just
Don't
giving him
touch
a
anything.
stink eye.
And nobody else talk to him either.
But
No.
fine. I'll talk to you afterward.
Seth goes over and he's like, he's talking to you, Jason.
He trapped me in a basement for 8 months.
I know him.
I'm
That
literally a clone that he created and then had a weird paternal relationship with.
We both have
he
good
sent
reasons.
me to another universe.
We all have reasons to hate this
Jesus
man.
Christ.
No, I have reason
That's
to be
like, I don't have.
It doesn't matter right now. It doesn't
You
matter.
are a reason to hate everyone.
It doesn't. Right now. It is literally the least of our concerns.
Understandable.
Okay.
I will make you suffer.
All right. Do we have the branch?
The gardener's not back yet.
Just all go back and reconvene at the exalting tree.
Wait, is he not like? I thought this was at the shed. This was happening.
No.
Okay, I was wrong.
You have no idea where the shed is.
Okay, I was confused. My bad.
The gardener soon returns and he's holding this branch. It's as big as the
Yeah.
previous one. And just
Excellent.
there you go.
Put in the course.
So the last of our problems comes with finding the spot and reaching the spot to reattach it,
Inferno,
which is somewhere up there.
you're the one who fixed it last time. Can you like get it up there and burn it back on?
Yeah, oddly enough, elevation is really what's standing between us and the.
It seems like he's saying, I'm down here,
Yeah.
it's up there, I can't fly.
Yeah,
Gestures
I
up.
know.
He gestures up, gestures to him, points at his arms, and just
Yeah.
Climb. Can you do the climb?
you see him grab branch and pull, and it just like moves through his lava hand.
That makes sense. Yeah, verticality is our issue here.
Okay.
That's why I asked if anyone of us could fly.
Jonesy, you got
Maybe we could try to get someone
You
to
have,
fly if
like-
we had more piles.
I can get there. Give it to me.
Are you able to take more than one person with you, aside from yourself?
I could try. I'm basically just going to fly up there.
Okay, let's not risk it then. Weston will take out the exalting rod, unwrap it, and shoot it into the core of the tree branch. Hand it over to Jonesy.
You see, Jonesy like grabs it. His eyes widen this neon glow. He just
Oh.
Yeah. Do quickly. Not using powers and abilities when holding it isn't great because it really.
I can't not do that. Remember?
Okay, give it back.
Oh.
Oh God damn it!
Oh.
Oh.
Make one of us fly up there instead?
Yeah. Why don't you just let one of us do it? You see.
Why don't we just give it to the guy who has no powers?
Oh.
Who's that?
For Wilcox.
Oh.
He's perfect, completely
You
powered.
know what? Here, Weston will take the wrappings of the exalting rod and kind of like wrap around a section for him to fold it on.
Does that work?
Well, it prevents it from being touched, more or less.
I did for the rod itself, but what about the branch?
Yes.
That's what I was asking, yeah.
Is there one way to find out? Does it work?
Yeah.
Okay. This should be better.
He like hands it. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
I
Great.
just felt like it.
Did that like
I
boost your
just-
growth?
Oh, that felt like I just looked through eternity.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. I understand now. Your powers and abilities are much more passive and are all and more or less are always constantly evolving and constantly in use. So like that just the exalting rod exasperated that. Whereas a lot of our powers are more active, so it only happens when we effectively use her powers. That makes sense now.
Okay, I just need a second.
How to work it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I understand that.
Okay, I got this.
Do you have any idea where it is?
Yes.
Up there.
That's not helpful. Do you know what he brings? He said
He starts
100 yards up.
Do
That's
you
like
have
300
any
feet.
idea how little that narrows it down?
This thing is taller than the Empire State Building.
We'll wait an hour. Or however long it takes.
Josie starts flying up.
It takes only 3 hours to get up there.
Why not take the Inferno? Okay.
And Seth is just. And I can't see him anymore.
Are you getting a bad feeling?
Everything gives me a bad feeling right now, Lucas.
Is this giving you a worse feeling?
This is giving me a headache.
That doesn't give me any information.
You don't need any
The
information.
information that you should have acquired from that was stop talking to her.
But it could be
It's
helpful.
Lucas, it's alright.
You are not the
I need-
person. Hey.
Yes, I am.
I need you to know your voice is so grating to my ears that I want to
Seth?
shoot myself
Hey, Seth, I understand. Not that
after
specific
stabbing
feeling.
you in the face.
Okay, Seth.
Seth.
It is
Keep
Seth.
saying Seth. I am Seth.
SEF.
Seth. Okay. Sorry. We'll stop for now.
Good.
Your voice isn't that pleasing either.
Jesus Christ, Jason. You made progress and then you regressed.
Friend. Friend.
Not friend.
Assault friend.
Can I-
probably. Could be friend. Not yet, no.
Is it okay?
You started it.
We'll deal with this afterward.
Just because she's not your friend doesn't mean that you have to actively
You must
antagonize.
defend my friend.
Okay, but going after her personally, like attacking her character, is not being a defensive over your friend. It's being offensive.
I was just trying to get information.
Offense is the best defense. Anyway,
If
this is
you
irrelevant.
believe that in social situations, and you obviously don't, you will acquire many enemies, which you have.
She
I
insulted
would like to
my
hand
voice.
you
I
the
was just
dice
trying
I
to
rolled
see
for
if
charm.
Her feeling has like different levels. Does it?
Okay, I think from now on,
I'm gonna go stand over there.
that
Okay.
works.
You just walk
Bye,
over
Seth.
there. and-
I swear.
Meritable, but trust me, you're wildly inexperienced when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Asking questions.
So your
By this
intentions,
stuff, he means women.
while
Also true.
your intentions, while admirable, believe me, can do more harm than good.
I feel like it's very important to know if it's like got levels. Like, does she get a worse feeling for something that's even worse?
She will tell us when it gets worse. Believe me.
I just want to know if there was levels.
There are. There are.
I think that's all I needed to know. I swear.
You, Seth's standing over on the other side of the tree from where you're standing. Weston. I don't want to talk to them right now.
You don't have to talk to them right now.
No, I.
You good?
You know, Jonesy was feeling just now, and he wasn't even, and I'm not even touching.
Only minorly foreboding.
I'm gonna go ahead and heal him.
You didn't hear that, by the way. He went around the tree.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Didn't realize. No.
So, any more information
We didn't know.
you can gather from that?
Whatever's causing this feeling is on its way right now.
Okay, guys,
Yeah? Did it get worse?
it got worse.
Okay.
Be ready for anything.
Okay. I don't have. There's nothing here.
Hey, Gardner.
Yes.
I don't know if you're aware, but allegedly there's something threatening us. So we're going to be defensive, potentially hostile, not towards you nor towards the garden.
All
We
right.
just need you to understand our intentions here.
Let's actually
Understood.
move like outside the fence real quick, so we're
Yeah,
not
should
we're
we?
not in if something does assault us, we're not endangering this in any way.
Hey, Buck, can I have a
Actually-
gun? This is a 15-year-old child asking you
Except
this
she goes,
question.
don't give him a gun!
Please?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
maybe don't.
fine.
Maybe don't do that.
Do you have anything electric?
I have a knife.
Is that
Carry
electrical?
That could carry electricity. You have some stored in you at least, right?
Yeah, that powers my body.
No.
You should have stored some.
I wish
You
I could.
I know you can store more than that.
Did you want me to turn off the machine saving reality?
Maybe the buildings nearby.
There were no buildings here.
Can you tell how soon it's going to happen?
As soon as you say that. Walking through the trees.
My school game.
It's consequences.
Oh, what are you? Hello there.
And Seth just on the ground, holding her head,
Yeah.
trying her best not to scream.
Hey, consequences. You're hurting her.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Is there something else approaching us?
What are you doing here?
And he holds out like a notebook and
Introducing Greg.
points at Kane. Him.
What about him?
I tried to give him his consequences and he left. And he ran.
Is that true, Malcolm?
You thought you could run from
Listen.
consequences.
I think it should be clear that I ask you a question directly.
Yeah.
You should feel free to answer it.
Yes.
I like
That's what happened.
So, did you lie to us earlier?
No, I ran. I told you I appeared by a red pond and then I ran.
That sounds about
but
right.
The lie
Why did you run from
is that it wasn't.
consequences?
The lie was
I've spent my
you
whole life
didn't. It
running
wasn't.
from
And
consequences.
okay. See,
Consequences? Are you here for Malcolm and Malcolm alone?
If I needed any of you right now, you would simply be at the lake. You will be there shortly.
Understandable. Could that wait until this whole situation is resolved?
Yes.
Excellent.
He just goes over and sits down.
Oh, no, sorry. That's not what I was talking about. You can have Malcolm. Just leave the rest of us alone until the situation is fixed. Will
yeah.
that make you happy?
Yes.
Will that also take you far away from here?
His expression tells me nothing will make him happy.
Great. Buck, grab Malcolm.
What? Kate's like, what?
You got it.
You
Buck
got
has
it.
Malcolm.
Stay away from me.
Burt Wilker's just like, I have my phone. It should work this time.
Kane just starts backing up away from Buck. Stay away, please. No, don't touch me.
Malcolm? Hey, buddy. Trust me on this. There's nowhere left to run.
He just starts sprinting. That's.
Burt Wilker's tries to use the phone on him. I'm assuming it doesn't work. Yeah. Okay.
You see, consequences just watches him
What
slowly
an idiot.
stands up, looks back at his notepad.
Does that add to your
Good
sentence?
day.
He nods and starts walking.
Does
off.
that add to your sentence if you run?
He doesn't choose.
And Steph's like, thank God that's over.
You feeling better?
Yes. Yes.
Sorry for I spoke to you there. Steph.
And Jonesy comes back down.
Oh. Makes sense.
Will make sense.
So, you fix it? Don't worry about it.
Okay. Sure. I'm more.
Yes.
You don't sound entirely certain.
Well, I couldn't do what the Inferno did.
That makes sense. We'll have to get the Inferno up there. So, I'm assuming the suit you're wearing is
Yes.
heat resistant.
Maybe not that heat resistant, seeing as that burnt Ben.
Hey, Inferno, if I supercharge your body, say, can you know?
Oh wait, could you not just flamethrower your way up? Oh wait, no, that might not be the smartest idea.
Main antagonist of the season 5 finale. platforming.
The A button.
Oh my
The double jump.
Trying to get to the printed
can't make
description,
it.
be like,
You see that the Inferno just stares at you for a few moments, Jason, and points.
Okay.
Called him Sparky Boom Man.
There has to be something between all of us that allows the Inferno to get
hydration.
up 100 yards.
I have a time machine.
Is there a time in which somebody was near that
I
branch?
don't know.
So probably not. It could be an option, but let's try to think of better ones first.
That's all I have on me.
I have grenades that nope things.
I don't think that
Probably
will help.
wouldn't
Jason.
If I threw it, no, I would make this worse.
Yes, it would.
Okay.
If it did anything,
Jonesy just... Jason,
yes.
how would that help?
You know, I was thinking that
It would bring me up there, down here.
we don't want the up there down here. We want the down here up there.
I think that would
Yeah.
cause a bigger problem.
No, I'm aware.
Okay.
That's why I'm not gonna
least
do
you know.
it.
Alright.
Not that stupid.
What do you
Come on.
have?
Me?
Yes.
I was kind of wanting to avoid it, but if it's literally the best option we got. I've never tried it. I don't know how it works. But Weston will use his,
Energy emission.
yes, which is tied to the swarm. He'll see if he can
Swarm is fine.
do something with it.
Okay.
Like, propel, like if he's able to propel himself with energy or propel other things with energy.
Roll.
Get a 74.
4.
Mine is 70.
You hold your hand on this small beam of this gaseous-like energy shoots out of your hands.
That's less than I was hoping for.
I don't think that's what we're looking for, but good try.
I mean, if we can float him up there.
There was one time I turned into a being of entirely electricity and floated around.
That?
I was unconscious that time, though.
I don't think that would help the Inferno all that much.
Exactly.
I mean,
I mean, I could try to do the
If
same thing and bring it on.
if I could have some sort of thing to, like, boots of, like, jet boots or something, I could turn to Crystal and carry him up there. It should be enough to keep me from dying.
That could work.
Worth a try.
And given that my possessions also turn to Crystal, the boots shouldn't be damaged.
Alright.
Or whatever.
Jonesy presses some buttons on his leg.
So what are you doing? What's the plan?
They're
I am-
nanobots. They'll expand around your feet.
Great. I am turning to Crystal and I am flying Inferno up there.
Bert Wilcox kind of walks over.
Inferno just puts its arms out with a big grin on its face.
Me to make a
Yes, I would love that.
Just take a little bit of him. You don't need to take all of it. I mean,
Uh,
unless you want to fly. Okay, never mind.
Let's not try to finick.
I'll take it.
This.
Shooting him would be a bad idea.
Yes,
Yeah.
shooting him would be a bad idea.
Probably a pretty bad idea.
Okay.
The Inferno
Yeah.
just glares at Buck.
Don't
yeah,
look at me.
I figured. Hey, look! Don't look at me. I'm not doing anything.
All right.
Alright, so yeah, I got the boots on. I'll just grab him and just
Absolutely starts now.
It takes an hour for you to get there.
That's not surprising.
It's so it's very taller than the
The
Empire
Inferno
State
reaches out, grabs the broken part of the branch. That Jonesy like put a little force field around it to hold it there.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Got
We go
them.
down. We go down now.
Floating,
We go
floating.
down. I'm gonna pull one of the black boxes out and just a little bit of power.
He didn't give you any.
No, I have several.
No, yeah.
Burn.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Give
And you
back.
come back down.
Give back.
It seems like it took
Quick, quick,
less
quick.
time to get down than it did to
Probably
get
because you're
Well, that's how
falling.
gravity works.
Probably because he's going to terminal velocity.
So that was a long time.
Yeah,
no, it
it's a
didn't take an
long
hour for
way
you
up.
guys. It took an hour for him. It didn't feel like an hour. It felt like 5 minutes.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, that was surprisingly faster than I thought.
That was that was like an hour and a half.
Nope. It's about 5 minutes.
He's laughing at you, Jason.
You guys fix it?
Yes. Yes.
Weston looks at the tree.
Does it feel different, Gardner?
No.
Is
Oh.
it, can you tell if it was fixed?
Yes, it is fixed. Good job.
What does that mean?
So it is.
What is it being fixed mean?
We'll generate energy now.
How
Who
long
called
is
it?
that gonna take?
Called it.
Don't know.
Okay.
What's time?
Well, I mean, honestly,
All right.
now that it's regenerating, though.
We're going back to the board.
Could you send us back to the board, or do we need to have them take us?
No. What do you mean? Go back to the board.
Or are we not?
Well,
No,
there.
you still have consequences.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
no, we're gonna deal with that later.
No.
What?
Oh.
Made a promise.
You probably don't have any consequences to attend
What?
to attend to.
What?
So whenever we do bad things that affect the universe or certain aspects of reality, we break laws. Consequences.
There's a literal manifestation
Yeah.
of the concept of consequences that will exact.
Think of him as
I wanna
judge
remind
and
you-
Head down that
I
way.
want to remind them, but I'm not going.
Will do. Everybody, follow me.
yeah.
No grief.
What'd you say?
Can I go talk to the board?
You did that already.
And you go to find the small red pond with the.
I would like to drink from it.
No,
No,
you
will
tried
do
to do that before.
Here, he did.
Oh, so it did the
with
same thing?
Yes, with the no, it didn't. I'm saying no.
You cannot drink it.
I
Why
refuse
not?
To let you.
Because Patrick doesn't want to deal with that again.
It's like the
Next.
Can I do it later?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm sorry.
like the
Take off the
Harry,
glasses.
Harry Potter Horcrux scene. You know, you try to scoop it out and
Can
it's
I
not there.
set the scene,
Oh,
please?
Yes.
Next to the pond is a small round table with two chairs with the chessboard on top, on the table. Consequences is
E4?
standing next to the pond, holding Malcolm Kane by the scruff of his shirt above the pond as he stares down into it.
Oh, good.
And
Yeah.
sitting at the table, you see a woman who looks about the same age as Consequences, with deep blue hair. Her eyes are glowing this blue flame. It is wearing the same color blue suit jacket, and she has a messy ponytail. There's just a small smile on her face as she moves the chess piece.
Hey,
I would like to go over there and
One moment.
start playing chess with him.
Are you done? Please let me go! Consequence just throws him to the side. He just sits there.
Wilcox is like running into the
Gotta
phone.
say, not feeling a lot of sympathy in this moment.
Wait. That's it? How long did he spend in his consequences?
He's not done yet.
Oh, thank God.
Why do you think he's curled up in a ball weeping?
I want to go over there and start playing chess with her.
Never know. So you want to
Hello.
introduce us to
Good morning.
Your
Friend there?
blue-haired friend?
All of you. Please meet regrets.
Oh, I have none of you.
I'm sure you.
I know you do.
Literally.
You just tried to lie to regrets, Jason.
Should we talk about Sabrina?
We don't talk about Sabrina.
I'm gonna go ahead and see myself out.
What are you
Not
talking
coming
about
to
Sabrina?
You try to, and it's like it's like magnetized. Just
Crystal.
Okay, consequences and regrets. Fascinating. This is the first time I'm seeing them.
because you didn't have to deal with your regrets.
No.
You only had to deal with your consequences.
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
We don't have to deal with you, right?
He's like,
Huh?
why else would I be here?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alternatively, could we just play chess and not?
Oh, this isn't me. This isn't for you. This is for him.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but I'd like to play chess anyway.
Quick metaphysical question. What's the deal with you two playing chess?
Well,
Consequences gets bored.
consequences just.
You don't have to answer it. I'm just curious as to the nature of it.
The cards are played, the pieces in play.
Oh, okay. Huh?
Even though regrets are not the opposite of consequences, consequences are the physical results of your actions. Regrets is the metaphysical.
Nice.
Yeah, fair enough. They're intrinsically linked.
Usually, I'm winning.
But now, you're losing. It's been rewritten.
Right now,
Oh, that makes sense.
yes,
Probably there's more.
consequences are not always bad. They're merely the
Look at
result.
Buck right here.
True.
Also, another
So I'm getting rewarded now, right?
tangential question.
Sure.
For my heroism.
What's the deal with him, Malcolm? Why was he saved from total annihilation?
And what did he do?
We know what he did.
Some of it. I don't know everything.
A
Because
lot of
he
bad
had
stuff.
consequences to pay for.
Certainly, a lot of the other people who were annihilated did as well, though, right?
Yes. But none that have affected existence as much as him.
That doesn't give you a picture.
Because he made you.
Literally because. Oh God. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my!
All of the things you have done are his fault.
So, the sins of the father are the sins of the son?
Have been visited upon the son.
No, the sins of the son have been visited on the father.
The
Sorry,
things he has done are not your consequences.
Right.
But because he created you, all the terrible things you have done are his fault.
So, why am I here instead of my parents?
Oh, they've already paid their consequence.
Okay, you listen to this.
I don't know if you know this. You're not a clone.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
But how does that different from having a child?
Well, let's just put it this way. Their consequences was living with you.
was having
Technically, my parents did not have to deal with that.
Exactly.
Biological.
Exactly.
Big oof.
I was adopted because that man sent me to a different universe.
He's dealing with that right now.
No! So it isn't his fault. That makes sense.
He's
actually.
over there going,
I want my mommy. Well, you took me from mine.
Now, who would like to go first?
So, hold on.
I'm scared.
Just a few more questions. So, so obviously being responsible for the creation of me, he then has
And
to
all the
be-
other terrible things.
Yeah, he then has to be responsible for all the terrible things I did. Does that apply specifically in my case because I'm a clone and was an incredibly willful creation, or does it apply to like just generations of people who have to like more or less like a great ancestor or whatever? Do they have to pay for everything that I've done as well? Or not me because I'm a clone, but okay. Just I wanted
He
to
actively did everything to
Yeah,
create you in the way that you
that
are.
makes sense. And they were also dead by the time I did the terrible stuff, so it's not like they could have paid the consequences. Anyway, that makes sense.
I don't know if time matters here.
Well, it's not really a matter of time.
No. Who would like to
I'll
go
go
first?
first.
I'm scared.
You shouldn't be.
Why not?
You haven't done anything world breaking.
You have no consequences to deal with right now.
Probably
Fine.
regrets.
Now, Lucas doesn't have anything, right? He doesn't have to.
I'm scared. I just wanted to.
He hasn't done anything.
Everybody's done something.
I fell asleep and
Not only you.
and
Yes,
destroyed the city's power grid.
What?
None as drastic as you, Jason.
In my defense,
I feel
I
like
was
you
working
shouldn't
to
try
save the
defend
universe,
yourself against.
and the power that I have fixes things, so I thought I could fix it.
So did Weston.
He's got you there.
I had no reason to believe otherwise. Him being broken was what broke things, so fixing that should have fixed things, I thought.
True. I mean, but when you try to fix a nuclear power plant to save a city and it blows up anyway, and
It
you
was
somehow
already-
survive,
If it was already blowing up, how is that your fault?
listen, even if you didn't mean to kill someone, you're still charged with manslaughter.
Depending on the circumstances.
More often than not, you'd be tried for, in many situations, being careless, which is
Watch his consequences. Just takes a deep breath, walks over to the table and sits down across from Regrets, who stands up. As she stands up, the pond turns blue.
No.
And she walks over.
But Wilkins is like, fine.
Sorry,
I'll do it.
this
Since they're
I haven't done
arguing,
this
I'll
in a
do it.
while.
I have
Who would
plenty
like to go
regret.
first?
But
Can I go first this time?
Yeah.
I will
No.
willfully go first. God, my life is
First,
nothing
tell
but
me
regrets right now.
Regretting Jason's.
Oh, then this might take a while.
Yeah.
Time is nothing
Doesn't
here,
have to
right?
be him,
Jason
though.
pulled out his phone.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Then.
Weston just
Yeah, you just look into it, right? You don't have to go in. Do you just go in?
No.
Tell me what you're doing, Connor.
fall face first.
He's just one.
Anyway, Connor, can you tell us everything Weston regrets?
There's way too many.
Start from the beginning.
Summarize. There's too much. I will summarize.
Season 1, Season 2,
Season
Season
3.
3, Season 4,
Season 3.
Season 5, actually, he doesn't regret. That's the thing.
Season 5.
Is Connor's or Weston?
Oh, these are more or less. That's the best way to. He's got lots of regrets from every era.
You get to see all of them.
You can think of anything
But
bad.
specifically,
I have
the
regret from
parts that
season one.
you regret.
Yeah.
Like, not the consequences of your actions. Not, you don't get to see the things that you did.
Yeah.
You simply get to experience the regret of the things the things you regret.
Yeah. I think some of the biggest ones are.
Or the things you should regret.
Yeah. Some of the biggest ones for Weston are. I mean, a lot of his regrets stem from the biggest regret, which was his change in motivation to acquire power. And he regretted pursuing power for its own sake, because more or less that's what he became at some point. And that caused him to, perhaps unbeknownst to him at the time, push people away, kill people, traumatize many others, including his own brother. He regrets many of his actions broadly. He regrets many of his inactions more recently. And in an odd way, like, it's juxtaposed by his current state of being, where he's trying to be an active role, but also within that role be a more of a balancing force. Something like what Jameson was, but how he can do it, how Weston can do it, because he can't be Jameson. As much as he would like to be, or as much as he would want Jameson back, he can't be Jameson. So he's had to have been.
As you fall into this pond, experience all of these things, you come to this bright light, and you're adjusting everything. You're in your room. Everything seemingly covered in this thin layer of blur. But you can still tell. It's not very strong blur, it's just enough to notice. But you're in your room.
My room as of when?
This is your room from before everything started.
Okay.
And you. There's a quiet knock on your door. Okay.
Who is it?
Weston, can I come in?
We haven't heard that voice in maybe years.
Jonesy?
Who else could it be?
Yeah. Yeah. Come in.
The door opens and you see Jonesy from season 1. Wearing
Muddy.
his swim trunks. And his bright orange shirt.
His muddy feet.
He's like, I'm sorry I came in through the front door instead of going to your shed, but you weren't in there, and I needed to tell you things.
Listen.
He goes to sit down on your bed, but then he realizes how dirty he is, so he just sits on the
I
floor.
feel like he wouldn't realize.
You're right.
He'll sit on his
He
bed.
just sits on your bed. So, doing a little research, and I was following the Downs guy on his way home to school. And why are you so confused?
Please, continue.
I was following the Downs kid on the way home to school, and I think he noticed me. I'm sorry.
Zach?
Yes.
That is his name.
Why were you following him?
You told me to. You said he'd be a good person.
Yeah. Yes. I remember that. Vampire Nazi bees?
There are vampire Nazi bees.
That Twitch.
Vampire
You'll see more of those.
bees.
Vampire
Eternal.
not
Coding fries.
sea bees.
They're bees.
Oh, there are
Um,
bees too?
No, don't worry about that. Sorry. Random thought.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna follow the grave guy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just this. I'm experiencing a very weird moment.
Do you have the potatoes?
Weston kind of looks around for his backpack. His old backpack.
Sweet potatoes.
There are potatoes in there.
Are they sweet potatoes? They were sweet potatoes.
Yeah, yeah. Here, just take all the
The
potatoes.
whole thing?
Take them all. Yeah.
Thank you! So many!
Consume.
This could
Hey,
feed
Jonesy.
me for a week.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure what's happening right now. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're just some kind of manifestation of my own mind at the moment. Or this is some actual, or you're some remnant of what once was, or if you're really real. And I don't mean that to freak you out.
Figment.
But I want. I'm sorry
For what?
for a lot of things. You should have somebody more than me. Somebody who does more for you than me. A good person wouldn't use a young child like you to gather reconnaissance on high schoolers in exchange for potatoes.
Did you just now hear that?
It's just very funny when you put it that way.
You're not wrong.
And you deserve all the things that I haven't given you.
Like-
And I
Like what?
you deserve clothes more than just swim trunks and a shirt. You deserve a home and a family and a brother who looks after you. And I never gave that to you. And I could have. And there's no forgiving that. There's no arguing that away. There's no I can't undo it. I wish I could. But I can't. And both of us have to live with the consequences of me.
Jonesy gets off the bed and walks over to you. This thin layer of blur slowly, like, dissipating in a way. And he puts his arms around you. As he does, you feel everything around you moving and shifting. You find yourself standing next to the pond. Jonesy is hugging you. I forgive you, Weston. As much as you don't deserve it. You're everything I could have ever asked for.
The shitty ass.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, talk about it.
And let's go. Let me Weston. Okay, who's next? Get the fuck in there.
Who all is here?
Regresses. Looks over to Buck and unfortunately, I don't think there's anything you regret, Buck.
Yeah. Not really.
This
This is why we love Buck. He's the only one with no regrets, and he's getting good consequences.
Oh.
We love Buck.
That leaves you, Jason. You don't have
regret. What? You don't regret anything?
Wilcox.
I know, but that revolves around him.
Wilcox, you go ahead. You got this, Wilcox. I'm gonna go to my mind palace.
Hey, Jason. Hey, buddy.
I'm in my mind palace. Do not worry.
So basically, what you
Forward.
see is Jason has closed his eyes and is saying, "I'm in my mind."
He's not.
Hey, Jason.
I am going.
This is literally prolonging the inevitable in an indefinite period of existence.
Yes, so I have forever to prolong it.
That is not how this is going to work.
Wilcox is going to go over to the
I'm
pond
going
and
to watch
toss the phone in.
Next Gen in my brain.
Great.
Never.
I'm just telling you now. This will literally haunt you
Yeah,
until you
Wilcox.
go through with it.
it'll haunt me afterward.
You hear a ring from your pocket.
What?
Will you please hand me the radio?
Why not throw?
I just threw this away. Hello?
Dad?
Me? I'll take regrets now. I'll take regrets.
It's not your time anymore, Jason.
Things cold. I don't know what's happening. Mr. Starr.
Everything's going to be okay.
Why did you leave me?
I left to try and save you. But in my time away, I've learned that wasn't. But we're working to bring you back.
You just hear static on the other end.
Can I go to my room in the Nexus?
What was that?
You close your eyes. You feel yourself go there. And you open them and you're back here.
What was that?
But the only one here is regrets.
Hmm.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
You want to play chess?
Oh, that's not for you.
I know. I'm gonna go over there and start.
They're waiting for you, Jason.
I can wait. Okay, fine. Let's get this over with. Rip off the band-aid. I'm just gonna do the exact same thing he did. I'm gonna assume that that's the way I have to do it.
You don't know any other way.
Tell me, what does Jason regret?
Because you don't know it.
Well,
Season 1.
Season one,
Entity Point Season 1, Entity Point Season 2, Entity Point Season 4. No, not that much. Okay. There's a couple different categories of regret, I guess. So there's the category of I couldn't save them, which that a couple of people fall under there. For one, the heroes from Fallen Heroes, the original. What's their the team? Heroic. The Heroic. I guess it's still kind of an ongoing, but also not because the world ended. But he feels bad because that was their entire goal, kind of, was to save them from the very beginning. A couple more personal for that, for the unable to save. Dominic. One of his powers, his healing. He should have been able to fix him, he feels. Same for the grave. Melvin, yes, Melvin. He understands that, sure, they were supposed to die or whatever, but he should have been able to fix them. Save them.
Okay. So,
Well, there's more.
Jason,
There is also... There's Sabrina.
there's this very bright light
No.
and your eyes adjust, and you're sitting in Buck's shop.
Okay, this is fine. Guns?
There are a couple people in this shop, Jason.
Okay.
You see, looking over at some of the guns. Standing at the counter is Melvin. And sitting over by herself is Sabrina.
Skylar.
And there's someone standing right outside.
He also regrets not saving Skylar.
No, you can't
Especially
tell
with
who they
a
are.
nightmare. You gotta...
Oh. Standing right outside. But you're not sure who they are.
Biggest regret currently, not killing the dreamer.
None of
That is the
them,
big regret.
none of them have noticed you yet.
I am going to go to... Hey, Buck, remind me how to access the secret area of your shop.
There's no secret area.
Oh man, it's
Yeah.
been so long since we've had to
There's
do
a
that.
button. There's a button under the desk.
Okay, great.
there's
I'm
a
gonna go
button
behind
under
the desk and press the
Go
button.
behind the
There's
desk.
no button.
Buck's not there.
Oh,
Tucker,
yeah,
would it be alright if you played Melvin for a little bit?
absolutely.
Because
Change
Melvin
the
is...
name.
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Wait, I thought Melvin didn't know. I thought Melvin never met Bug. Weren't they from different universes?
The
Yeah.
thing is, one of Jason's biggest regrets is not saving him.
Oh, Melvin.
Yes.
Was he the first person I watched die in front of me?
Yes.
Correct.
Shite.
Melvin turns around and sees Jason standing there at the door.
Doesn't count.
Oh wait, so he hasn't gone into my lair yet.
No. He cannot.
Patrick's not allowing me to.
There's no button.
He will not let me.
He merely
Alright,
must
so-
face his regrets.
Melvin sees Jason and goes, "Oh, Jason. Oh wait, is this
Act like you know him.
is this pre or post
This
despair?
is...
And
Go post.
Hermit. Go post? Oh. Jason.
Oh, hi, hey,
Happy to
Melvin.
be here.
What?
Staying out of trouble?
Good question. How about you?
Trying.
I mean, I just finished saving the universe. Does that count?
Yeah. I don't think so. You know anything about guns, Jason?
Yeah, I've got them right here. Well, I guess not with
you
me.
what?
Look at Twitch.
I have plenty of guns.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
I guess I don't really know that much about guns in terms of maintenance and such, how they work. I know some of how they work.
Jason, why are you always like this?
What?
You know what I mean?
Say again? My apologies.
It's like, I don't know, you just insist on pretending like you haven't been through all these things a kid shouldn't go through, and I don't know, man, I never know if I believe you when you talk. And you can tell, this is, deep in Melvin's bitterness.
Yeah. Oh.
Look, I gotta get out of here. Can't stay here long. I just came out to... Figured it'd be good to have something to defend myself with. Maybe somebody came looking for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always good to have weaponry, you know? That way, exactly, you can defend
Jason.
yourself, you can protect people.
Jason, please stop.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna go.
What do you mean?
It's like I just said. It always seems like you're trying to put on some kind of front. I mean, how can you... You can't possibly really remain this enthusiastic in the face of everything you've seen. Something's got to break, kid.
And it doesn't have to
I'm
be
gonna
me.
go. I'm gonna go find the shopkeep.
There isn't really. This is a... Not exactly a figment of my imagination. It's sort of a... It's not real.
I feel pretty real. What the hell are you talking about, Jason? This is what I mean. You get excited. It's like you're excited to tell me that I'm not real, you know? I'm gonna go find the store manager.
You
And
won't be
like I
able
said,
to. He's
stay
not
on
part of my
danger.
regrets.
And he does begin walking away. Melvin starts walking away and trying to find somebody.
you see as Melvin walks around looking, he reaches like the door to where the basement would be, and he opens it and he fades away. Jason. Turn around and see Dominic looking at you.
Hey. Good morning. How are you doing today?
Well, I was having a nice, relaxing evening with my family. But I heard you needed to be taught a lesson. As per usual.
Hey, in my defense, name one thing that was my fault.
I don't think I have enough time to figure all that out.
Well, then go back, be with your family.
Why do you think I'm here, Jason?
Because you
couldn't save me. Jason. It's okay. It's
I
okay.
should have been able to save
Jason.
you, though.
Jason, not everybody can be saved.
But it doesn't make
Can't
sense.
save-
I should have been able to fix you. My power is to restore you to what you were.
Sometimes the powers don't always work. Sometimes you're not strong enough. You're not always going to be strong enough, Jason.
But I should be.
But you're not, and you won't be. You
Why
won't
not?
You're not the most powerful person, Jason.
I know
You
that.
never will be. Eventually, you're going to
How do
find.
you know that? You're not omniscient.
Eventually, you're going to find something that you can't fix.
I've already why do you think you're here?
Why do you think she's here? Jason, I understand you want to save everyone. Trust me, I know what that feels like.
Not everyone. At least, some people.
But not everyone wants to be and can be saved.
Well, sometimes,
it's not-
when they don't want to be, they still should be
And
anyway.
it's not your fault if you can't save them. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I mean? You weren't able to save me. That doesn't mean it's your fault that I died. I chose that.
Why? You didn't have to.
But I did. I did.
She
I
could've been-
died saving Skylar.
You didn't have to die to
That's the
save her.
only way I would have wanted to go.
Who cares how you want to go?
I do. And I did. I hope you have a nice chat, Jason. He watches Dominic goes over to the door and opens it. The bell rings and he fades away.
So, tell me about the guns. Hey, Buck, can you describe your shop in explicit detail?
Hi, Jason. You see Sabrina standing there, looking at you. You know what it is.
Fine, I'll step forward. Hi, Sabrina.
You know why I'm here.
He asked me not to tell you.
And I deserve to know. That's not your secret to keep.
It's not mine to tell either. It's his, not mine.
I could have known my dad was alive.
He could have told you. He could have told me to tell you. He didn't want you to know. He wanted to keep you guys safe. And the way that he did that was by making sure you didn't know he was alive. Because he has enemies, and he doesn't.
Did you want to tell me?
Yeah.
We're best friends, you should have told me. I would have had some comfort in knowing he was okay.
Well, by the time I talked myself into maybe telling you, I couldn't see him anymore, so I didn't know if he was still okay.
Even if he wasn't. I should know.
But he asked me not to tell instead of forcing me not to. He has a way he could have forced me not to. He trusted me. It's not my fault.
Why do you regret it?
It doesn't have to be my fault for me to regret that it happened. Like,
Exactly.
and I understand that it hurt you, and I didn't want to do that.
You hear the bell of the door ring. And you see your dad walk in.
And Sabrina's gonna go over there.
You're right, Jason. It's not your fault. And he comes in.
Now this is Malcolm Caine's fault. I don't know why I'm seeing you. Couldn't be seeing you here.
Because even though it's not your fault, you regret what could have been being my son.
Why? Why did he send me away?
It was to protect you.
How?
There were people that wanted you. We had to send you away.
Who? I need to know. Who was it? Who wanted me? Who was after me?
The exalted ones. As soon as you were born, I knew you were special. And then there was an attack. And your mother died. So Malcolm, I didn't know what to do when he approached me with this idea. I was desperate, so I took it. I regret that day. Whether I could have protected you or not.
No, that's not your fault. I know what would have happened if you hadn't. I have a friend who that's what happened to her.
And none of these regrets are your fault either.
That's not true. I mean, then again, the only decision I could have made to make that different would be to tell Sabrina and then disappoint Wilcox. Then I'd regret that because he'd gotten
So there
pissed
was no
off at
good
me.
decision. So you have nothing to regret, Jason.
I could have figured something out.
Jason.
There's always a way. Everything I've ever read or seen tells me that there's always a way.
There's not always a way, Jason. Not everybody gets to live in the end. Not everybody gets to get out alive.
That doesn't mean that they have to die anyway.
I know. That also doesn't mean that if they do, that you had to do something to stop it, or were able to. You can try, but it's not always going to work. It's almost time, Jason.
What do you mean? It's not like time matters anymore.
I know. It's about time to go back.
I'd rather not. Can I stay here a little longer? I don't want to.
Your dad opens the door.
What
Puts out
about
his hand.
grab a gun first? Just as an experiment.
his
I'll take his
hand,
hand with it.
gives
Give me
you a
all this
quick hug.
information. Yeah.
You walk through the door. The next thing you know is you're standing next to the pond. Everybody is around you.
I assume the gun is not still in my hand.
Yes.
It is still?
No.
Dang it.
Yes.
Welcome back to the world of the regretful.
It's very
Hey, just left that place.
it's very sad.
It's about time for you guys to go.
Oh, okay.
I don't have regrets.
All right.
I don't have regrets apparently.
I would love to go.
How do you know it's about time for us? Just wondering, like what's the sense?
It's
Like,
9 o'clock.
what's your sense of time here? Is it just kind of like a feeling? Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
It's the door. Don't
worry.
worry. Jonathan will be there.
Oh, cool.
In one piece?
Why wasn't he here?
It was the garden.
He's already dealt with his regrets
Oh.
and consequences.
He's currently dealing
Ah,
with his
okay.
consequences. The
Okay.
mortality thing. Oh.
Just walk
Will,
through that door.
you
You're walking through the door.
You're in, you're back in the boardroom.
Oh. No consequence.
Whoa.
I have been raking
You see
30 minutes.
in the center of this
I had to
boardroom, you
fly
see
for an
the
hour and a
speaker
half.
sitting at the table that was there, across from the Ceaseless. Just
Having a good
as
chat.
the Ceaseless is just repeating
So,
the song over
how are
and over
things from
again.
this end?
You having a good chat there, buddy?
Narrator, got anything for me?
Yes, we have come up with an idea. We believe that this Ceaseless is the key to fixing Edge and reversing the end.
Right.
Because this being is quite literally ceaseless. It's being of endless energy. But we can't use it
Oh.
until it is created. It is a being. The infinite become one. It is a being of one being, of millions and infinite beings merged into one.
So,
Well, if we had infinity.
And from what we can tell, after this being is created, it will be pushed throughout all of time. But after this moment, it will cease to exist. All of time that has already occurred, it will have existed.
and will ever occur, or just from this
That has
point
occurred.
has occurred?
And the energy from this being will be used to create the rest of it. but it has not been created yet.
So yeah,
So creative.
we fixed the tree.
Yes.
Did that affect either of them at all?
That is what we will use to create the ceaseless. It will not. The garden will not be enough. We must use this being, but it must be created.
Okay. So we have to create this being. Any idea on how to do that?
As the narrator is about to answer, you hear the sound of a door burst open. You turn around behind you,
With you?
and you
Malcolm,
see coming
continue.
in Daniel. The man covered from head to toe in cloth and clothes with a gas mask on.
Again?
Can you stop describing
One who can-
me to myself? I know what I look
They can hear
like.
the board, and when he's speaking, they can.
That's correct. And previously we've encountered Daniel Wynn and where?
Episode 2.
Oh,
This.
And he never showed up again.
Season 5.
no.
And he told us about
That's
future
right.
stuff.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
Yes.
You know, Jason, you're in the verge of death. One of us has to make a choice or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Jason Gray, the
Only one of us
near-death
will survive.
experience that didn't happen yet.
No.
Rules.
I know what I look like, God damn it! I don't need you to explain it.
Okay. Bye.
What?
Are things going?
Why are you here?
I'm here to fulfill my purpose, or at least one of them.
What?
That
He
being,
can hear these people, these guys all the time. He's talking, they can.
Oh god.
It's weird.
You see him?
speaker?
Yes.
Yeah, what about him?
He mute because you're talking?
You know how energy can't be destroyed, only changed?
More
Yeah.
or less, yeah?
There had to be a replacement.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Oh!
What? Oh.
He is.
What?
His speaker's hearing. He.
I'm the replacement.
Oh,
Yeah, that
When we
explains
kill
everything.
you, he gets it back? Is that how that works? No, that's.
hold on.
When the speaker broke, I was immediately created by the voice. Put into the beyond.
Do you know why?
To replace him.
In this moment,
To be the voice.
at this time.
At this exact moment.
But haven't we been trying to fix him?
It's taken 6 iterations for me to get here. Because, well, it's hard to get places when you're created as a baby.
I can imagine.
Eventually,
Okay.
I got to be found by one Nicholas Lane, Richter Hydrian, and Thaddeus Burke, trapped in the beyond.
That's right.
Eventually, I got out. And now, I'm here, you motherfuckers.
Cool. So how is this gonna work?
What was the point of fixing him?
Let's not worry about that right
I
now.
feel like that's important.
Oh, because I can't hear the voice.
Okay.
Thanks to them existing.
Okay, yeah, let's not point any more fingers.
Oh,
I'll point
okay.
plenty of fingers.
Okay. That's not important. How is this going to work?
Remember everything I said.
Will you
You're-
just
you're-
like you
you're-
just like touch him? You become part of him again, or
What is that? What is everything I said?
They were vague predictions of
Yes.
individual
I
futures.
don't think I
Yeah.
want him to replace the speaker.
Be quiet.
No,
Right now.
he won't.
Please.
The speaker will gain his ability back.
There was a death. Wasn't there?
Who died?
A death in the family.
There was one. There was a last stand. Wasn't there?
Right. That's Dominic. Definitely didn't just have a conversation with him.
Yeah, and you reaching the brink of death.
That hasn't happened yet.
You're right.
Unless you're talking about the time when I got my arms ripped off a while back. That was before you gave the prediction, though.
And a betrayal. Is there a betrayal yet? No.
Can I say it's him because he's really?
No.
He seems like an asshole.
That's not the same as a betrayer.
It's hard to be nice when you're constantly hearing voices.
Are you?
Yeah, he's damn.
Yeah.
They're not talking.
Do you know?
What was the last thing I said, Wes?
A narrator narrated.
There were 2 things.
We can't
One,
hear it right.
The board would ask me a
the
question.
board will ask you a question. 2. Weston Newdale will not make it out of this alive.
Right. So presumably that also applies to the death thing, yes or no?
Maybe.
Okay. That's
You're not helpful.
I'm the reason you decided to go on this little
I
quest.
don't think that's true.
You wouldn't have known where to go if I hadn't told
He
you.
gave us some threads to pull.
I
Yeah.
could have found them.
No, we really couldn't
How
have.
do you know?
Because he literally told us things that happened in the future.
He seems narcissistic.
It's hard to be nice when you're constantly
Are
hearing
you?
voices. No, because I'm talking.
Okay.
Daniel, please shut up.
Yeah, let's keep this all down to a hospitable level, or as close as we can manage. Some things you said haven't happened yet. You're absolutely certain that they will happen still, or would?
Yes,
Oh, yum.
100% certain.
Okay.
Maybe not now.
But eventually.
Yeah, that would actually be nice. Can we get that out of the way?
Interesting. Okay. So. Okay. That's fine. That's all fine. That's not really relevant. If it can't be determined to be relevant now, let's go ahead and proceed. What's going to happen here?
It's gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
Oh, no.
The board members look at each other.
Oh, Daniel.
Oh, Daniel.
Weston knows.
Right.
I've been waiting.
And we don't know if you survive.
Okay.
Spoiler, he won't.
Will you become the ceaseless?
What?
We will merge all Weston Newdales into you, and that will create the ceaseless. We do not know if you will survive.
Wow. Okay.
And there it is. Genius idea.
Can you stop?
Okay. Hold on. How does this relate to you and your role here?
Well, that will fix everything.
Which means you'll
Not
become
him.
him.
Oh, so you're here to
To fix him?
To fulfill my role.
replace the speaker.
Or will you fall back?
Unfortunately, with how the speaker was broken, his hearing cannot be restored.
Oh, no.
But you can hear something, yeah? Oh, wait. So, to be clear, the speaker was broken beyond complete repair.
Yes.
And you were created for when the time comes, be his replacement that was not broken, and thus, when
I will.
you are able to hear, you can actually hear. Yes?
What was the point of fixing him?
Because
Him being broken means
I'm
other
the
things
final
are broken.
puzzle piece.
So you fixed him.
I cannot fix him.
Together they're
But he-
complete.
If he will merge with me, and we will be the speaker.
Okay.
My role was to hear. His role was to speak. All he can do is speak, and all I can do is hear.
You're speaking a lot. Don't like any of the words you say.
So you're the listener.
In a way.
Listen.
I cannot portray the instructions of the voice, but
You
he
can
can.
only hear them.
Look,
And he
she's
cannot,
a
but
nice
he
mother.
can relay them. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. Back to the question. So,
Why him?
Hydration.
We thought there would be no one better.
That's this. I feel like anyone else.
Weston,
No.
yeah?
Look at it this way. They need to get rid of it.
you were there at the beginning. When all of this truly started.
Sure.
We knew you were important. We did not know how. But now
Gotcha.
we believe we do. Your role is fixing everything.
Wow. Okay, so what will that mean for me? Do you know anything about...
We do not know if you will survive,
Okay.
but If you do, whatever you wish will be yours.
Board member?
Whatever you want. Thanks.
But what are my chances of getting that? Like, you have to give it.
We will give it to you.
No. What are my chances of
Survival.
making it out of this?
I feel like they already answered that by we have no idea.
At least one.
I'm assuming they've never done this before.
Okay.
We
Oh, but you technically have.
with what?
Since the ceaseless has always existed.
That's metaphorical.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
Quite literally, we've never done.
Okay, so how does this work?
it's always existed, therefore it does not yet.
Not what happens.
Throughout time,
Therefore they haven't done a single bit
in
yet.
the past, the end had not occurred. What we will do is we will take all versions of Weston Newdale across the multiverse and merge them into one.
No multiverse left.
There will be only one Weston Newdale. The multiverse. The Weston from Universe 1.
Okay. 1A or 1B?
You were from 1.
Oh, that's true.
There's no multiverse left.
Yes. From the past, there is.
Oh, you can affect the past.
This
You
will
can
not be
use the
changing the
past to
past. Only the future.
Okay.
This is a big decision.
I mean, it's a big decision, but wow, wowie.
And you
Wowzers.
kept trying to deny your purpose.
Will he have the memories of all those if he survives?
No.
If he survives.
Yeah, it's a big decision, but it's probably the easiest one I've ever had to make in my life.
Think of it this
You've been
You
trying
get to kill
run from
every
your
other Weston
destiny
Newdale.
if you thought-
No.
with a chance to kill yourself. And in exchange, you get to save everything.
Jonesy walks up to you, Weston. You're gonna say yes, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I mean,
I wish I could tell you not to.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to lose you again.
you might not,
But I might.
but you might.
So you're telling me there's
And I would love to say, don't do this, Weston, but I can't. Because you need to do this.
there's no changing his mind.
I-
Trust me, I've tried.
Mine doesn't like changing.
Hopefully see you on the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
And
It's kind of a jerk.
Like-
Like, you survive.
Seth walks over just for a second. Just, please live.
Well, here's the thing. If I do live, and I'm addressing everybody here, if I do live, there's going to be a couple changes. Oh, like under Newman. No.
The contract.
There
My
are a couple of systems that were currently in place and some that kind of still are that just seem really flawed and
Fixed Infinity, please.
overly simplistic.
Your organization.
And I
The man
want
cook.
now would be the time to address them so that
Just in case.
Yeah.
um
Kill the dreamer.
number one, probably biggest, foremost thing, there can be no more tests. And I know that there haven't been for a while, but what I mean by that specifically is that
Not to be anymore.
what you decided to do with your tests was bad.
Terrible.
Uh,
Inhumane.
as we all have borne witness to. It didn't work. It was a mistake. So What that means is that since we're all still here, there's room to grow. There's room to change.
It's like they're in a therapist.
There has to be a there's got to be a balance somewhere between designating something as a test and giving it the and allowing it to be what it wants. Or rather, maybe even further than that, there just needs to be an open level communication with all the forces you guys have at your disposal in whatever forms that communication takes place. You can't just make something and then shove it somewhere else when you're done with it. That can't happen anymore. When you make something, make its own area to be in or something. I don't know. Just don't shove it into a box and say you're done with it, because things don't like being in boxes and they get angry. And then they break those boxes and then they like to break all the other boxes. And then they like to start eating the house. Additionally, consequences. It's a bit wild. It's a bit wild. Yeah. And I mean the person and the concept. There's just gotta be, feel like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Because, as much as people deserve the consequences that they accrue over their lifetimes, that's one half or one part of their lifetimes. People do lots of good things too. And as far as I've seen it, there's no Persian that or being
Persian.
that
empire
that represents kind of reward, achievements, accomplishments, something like that, to like showcase a person's good deeds and all the effects it had. Like it can't just be consequences, because that it feels like one half of the puzzle, one half of the system, and there really was never a second half when it should have been. I don't know. This is all super metaphysical, and I have no idea how it's going to work in actuality, assuming that I survive enough to implement any kind of change whatsoever. And I don't even know if that idea or any of the ideas I've proposed so far are even close to what I think should be implemented. But my base point is that many systems that currently stand or stood are the systems that presented the problems that we've just now solved. Those systems have to change. I don't know how, but we gotta figure something out. We gotta.
You see, is like the narrator, like, does some
I
thinking,
love hearing the narrator describe himself.
looks over to the director, and they kind of have an understanding. I think we have an idea.
Great. Also, director. This is a person to nitpick, but just because you're the director doesn't mean you have to be an asshole about it.
what he said.
Yes.
You can, direct and be the manifestation of all laws and order universally created or whatever,
Victims unit?
without having to be such a hard ass about it. There's this little tiny thing called grace.
Have you ever heard from Paladin?
And sometimes people need it. Sometimes people don't serve it. But just take that into consideration that maybe every rule break or every rule breaker doesn't immediately wish to or doesn't immediately deserve whatever treatment you give them. It's a little much.
Speaking from personal experience.
And I can tell that your co-workers are also not a fan of it. And there are very few things worse than a toxic work environment.
You're gonna be in this boardroom. If you're gonna be on this board, it can't be toxic.
Also, guys gotta work to collaborate a little bit more friendly. You know, this is kind of
I'll make a note of it.
the whole situation.
I'll put it on my sticky note.
Put it on my to-do list. Very
I'll
bottom.
consider your proposition.
Thank you.
Gotta work on that language too.
You're already making progress. This is a good thing. It's a good thing. Jason.
Okay, now you're just playing God.
Yeah, because I'm literally about to be God.
No, you're about to have godlike power.
Which would make me God.
Not exactly.
I don't know
There's
about that.
nothing
Okay,
semantic
regard-
matter here.
Regardless.
It's a bit of a stretch.
I can pull the moral card here.
Listen, the nitpicks I have with you, Jason, are the nitpicks that everybody has, including God.
You can't speak for him.
God hates you, Jason.
Jason,
Goodness.
I can speak confidently for literally everybody.
Lucas?
I'm not a part of this conversation.
Right.
He's the fifth.
Okay,
Hey, let's find out what he's gonna say first.
Oh.
Jason, I'll give you this. You're a good-hearted person. You have good intentions.
You sometimes. I can sometimes say the same for you.
I'm gonna need you for
Let
the
him
time
cook.
being.
Hey, hold up, let him cook.
To not reflect. This is a monologue, dialogue.
Overrated. I'll allow it.
Overrated?
Just let him
Monologues.
talk, Jason. You're just prolonging
You're a
the
good
inevitable.
person. You are a good person. And you have many, many impulses to do things. A lot of those impulses are good. A lot of those impulses are, I won't say bad, but they're dangerous. You gotta learn to control them and understand when you can and can't indulge them. Because wanting to touch things isn't inherently bad. Touching things leads people to think of you as hostile, especially after the fact that they told you not specifically to touch those things. This is but one example of many. And please, well, one of the biggest things that goes into this is you don't have to be. I understand the desire to be. You don't have to be so argumentative and confrontational and demanding. I've been there. In some ways, I still am there. But it's the same thing as those impulses that I was talking about. There are appropriate times to be inquisitive and to be demanding, but there are also very, very inappropriate times. And I feel like even if you are capable of making those distinctions at times, you choose to actively ignore any instinct you have to tell you that this is the wrong thing to do at this time, in the pursuit of getting answers that you want. Which is a bad way to operate, generally.
Again, speaking from experience.
It wouldn't even matter if I'm speaking from experience. It's just just life advice, man. Just life advice. And trust me,
But sometimes there may never be another opportunity.
true. But part of life is living with the opportunities that you give up in the pursuit of the more important ones. Because there is always a more important opportunity or priority. And I understand the need to pursue every tangent and every rabbit hole, but sometimes you just gotta focus. And I know that's hard to do, especially from like certain like actual physical brain structure, but like I know there's a way to alleviate that. There has to be. You just control your impulses. Don't let your impulses control you, because I feel like that's what I've seen. I don't know if that's what you feel, but it's what I think I've seen based on the way you've acted.
Right. Just making sure this isn't something you're gonna have them change, right?
No.
Your thing.
No, I'm not
Okay.
going to forcibly change anyone.
Okay.
This is like a final piece of parting advice.
Okay. Because you just included that right after you just
Yeah,
went
no,
right to that from the.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. That yeah.
I was
I
also
didn't
a
think
little
you were gonna be
confused.
playing God in that sense.
No. I'm playing God in the fact that I'm fixing everything. Hopefully.
You can't guarantee that, right? This will fix everything?
Yeah, sounds pretty cocky to
It
me.
will fix everything. There will still be bad things in the world, but it will fix.
I need you to be confident.
It will fix
Also-
everything.
How?
All of you?
Why does Steven
Your
need to
old
have-
guy who's clearly the wisest out of all of them?
Yeah, that's right.
Can you guarantee that him turning into whatever
Right.
ceaseless is will fix everything?
What's this useless?
Never mind. Director.
Why does this need to happen anyway? The garden is that it should be. It'll be restoring power now. It should be able to. We should be able to draw from that, right? Instead, we don't have to do this.
Okay. Well. Is there anything else that I want to say
Is there
there?
anyone else you would like to talk to?
James.
Are we not going to address what I just said?
James is dead, and literally doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
You can't just wait a little bit.
Okay.
Seth,
Nor do we know if that will fix.
Yes.
quit drugs.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Immediately.
say something more profound.
Don't do
like,
drugs.
like you did. For,
There's less to fix about you than me, I think.
Well, I wouldn't establish any sort of hierarchy to people's problems.
It's because you're his friend and I'm not.
He's his problem.
Again,
I tried to be as pro.
I wouldn't associate. I wouldn't try
I
to
didn't have
create
to
a
try.
hierarchy of problems, as all people have different ways of dealing with them and are
Uh-huh.
better at it than some others. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Advice doesn't have to be particularly profound.
Well, I wasn't saying like specifically advice. I thought you were just gonna say something like very personal, like you did for him.
Just don't do drugs.
I
Things
said
that
a
are-
lot of personal stuff to him because he wields a lot of power. And you do too, but it is far less problematic. Or rather, has less potential to be problematic than his does.
You're doing a vial? I'm kidding. You don't get.
Yeah.
You
He
don't
doesn't
need
have
another-
any.
Okay.
He literally has more than, I think, more than one gun on him.
At all
He
times.
has at least 4.
Has literally the
Okay,
key to...
I will.
Yeah.
I will not do drugs.
Or
But
weed.
even still, it may not be profound advice, but from what I've learned from all the propaganda that's been told to me, drugs is bad.
Drugs is
Well,
bad.
that's also from like a scientific standpoint, as to the way it
Is
affects
there
your body
anything
physically.
else? Or is that it? It's fine. It's fine.
He
if that's
wants
it.
to. He wants to tell you one more thing. He loves you.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Weston.
No.
For
that's-
some reason,
She loves you too.
I want you to stop talking. I'm going to punch you. in the face.
This is one of those
Those
moments
are
that I'm
the
talking about.
impulses he was talking about?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, for any of you who are his friends, like,
Why?
Me. It's just me.
sure.
Buck's here too.
If I won't be here to point out his missteps, somebody else has got to be. Right?
Buck, you got this, right?
I trust Buck.
I trust Buck.
Buck is always the only person I
Hey, Buck,
trust here.
everyone wine.
Okay.
Buck.
He's also a minor that carries alcohol.
It's not my fault I have it. I didn't give it to me.
Hey, what? Hey,
It's
hey,
your fault that
Jason,
you still have it.
I know I'm not the best person to talk about impulse control, but you just had a talking to about impulse control.
Yeah, and to be fair, you didn't give the wine to you, but to be fair,
You took it.
you still have it.
I have one less bottle.
right there.
Buck, please tell me you got this.
There are a lot of things I regret. Literally went through most of them in that
This
pond over
being
there.
the one.
I'm listening.
That pond back there in the garden. There are lots of things that I wish I could change, but I can't. And a part of that is our friendship. There might have been a universe in which we were friends, but that universe is long gone. And
Oh wow.
I regret that.
Oh wow.
What's up?
Oh wow.
Buck is here. Oh, wow.
wow.
Brutal, man. Hey.
Buck, just keep doing what you do.
I don't got many friends myself, but
Yeah.
dang.
My advice to you and anybody else who at any point felt any sense of like friendship or affection towards me,
I'm sorry.
move on.
Oh, I shouldn't have much. Well, we'll see.
But what if you don't die from this?
Well, then I don't know how much connection or interaction that we will be able to maintain. 'Cause
What I'm hearing is you want us to move on anyway.
Yeah. Even if I make it out of here, and
There's no guarantee of anything.
there's no guarantee. Yeah. There's no guarantee how I make it out of this. There's no guarantee if, how, or in what way.
His
So
life's like
just-
a war's eyes.
Move on. Even if I do make it out of this, and I come back for whatever reason, and by some power, move on. I was never really the person
I know.
to be around,
I know.
at least from the ages of 15 to 18, even though I only experienced about 2 of those years personally.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You
Things
have
are a bit-
very little to apologize for, but
No.
I appreciate it.
I know.
Yeah.
You didn't need this. You were a bit preoccupied with all the shit you had to deal with. I was just getting in the way of that. I'm sorry. I especially with my dad being dead now, I didn't really have anything going for me, and
Yeah.
um
Listen. That may or may not be a fault. I can't be certain on that. But regardless of whether it is or isn't, it's what you did, I understand it. Because you didn't have anything and you were looking for people. And a lot of those people turned you away. So, yeah.
I was trying to force a connection with you, and you didn't. I didn't need to do that. I'm sorry.
I-
I don't know. I don't think I was actively trying to either, but it was.
It doesn't matter now. It doesn't. I understand, and I'm sorry that I couldn't be there for you more, because that's what you deserve. Don't do drugs.
Or weed.
I can't.
Weed is a drug.
That's a bit too far.
Drugs.
That's
Stop
a
it.
drug.
Weed is a drug. I hope you know that, right?
Yes, I
You
know
know,
that.
you know it's classified as a drug by the government.
I'll do my best.
Don't
Then she points to the director and goes, "I'll take your that into
That's
consideration."
true. He doesn't.
Look, going,
Yeah.
it's classified as a
Yeah.
drug by the government. And I don't trust the government.
She just like,
But I also don't trust
she like walks a little bit away.
trust any pothead.
Jonesy, I'm gonna ask you something really, really terribly, incredibly unfair.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope, I hope the wishes of your dying brother have an impact on you.
That felt very guilt tripping for some reason.
We'll never do that.
Oh, you're funny.
Earlier, I was talking to Jason and talking to his friends, and I kind of came
I
to
was
the
there.
Yeah, I know. I kind of came to the realization that none of his friends are really particularly suited for the
I know what you're about to ask.
For the-
Wes.
Oh, God, no.
I can practice.
I'm gonna be straight up with you, Lucas. I don't have faith in you.
I don't have faith
That
in
is
me
my
either.
friend you're talking to.
Hey, Jason, I don't have faith in me
Weston.
either.
Well, you should.
Weston. I'll be the one to reel him in.
Thank you.
I'll be the one.
See, that's the impulse control we're talking about, Jason.
Help him with impulse control.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Jason. Sometime, defending your friends is admirable, and I would never fault anybody for doing it. But don't mistake.
I know, you're not wrong. But
I did not posit the truth in a way that I did. I offend you, Lucas?
No, I believe you 100%.
And
I don't
and I did not
either.
mean to be offensive. I
I'm
was
with you on
simply
this one.
stating the faith. Like I don't have faith in you for a lot of things, Jason. I don't have faith in me for a lot of things. I have faith in a lot of people for a lot of different reasons.
We didn't even meet
you're
10
not
hours
nearly
ago.
old enough to have a mentee.
What?
A mentor. You're the mentor. The mentor has a mentee.
You're the mentee.
You can't do that. You're not old enough.
Is there an age requirement?
No.
Yes.
What's the
Um,
age
Is that
requirement?
how that works?
At least 4.
I don't know how that
I
works.
am at least 4.
As am I. Therefore, I will accept you as my mentee.
Listen, we just met like 10 hours ago. I
Hey,
don't
Jason.
blame you for not
Oh,
having
okay,
faith
yeah.
in me.
Remember what the talk that you always just had about impulse control?
It's a work in progress.
Reel it in.
I am
Jason.
trying.
Jason.
Reel it in.
Reel it in.
Yeah.
Can I keep the
Reel it
boots?
No, I
Hold
know.
on. Hold on.
Hey, Jason,
Did
you
get
know
on
those
the-
impulses?
you need to reel it in.
Reel it in.
Jonesy,
You gotta reel it in.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You can also be a bit abrasive from time to time. I know I can be as well. Same thing I said to the director. Sometimes gotta extend a little bit of grace sometimes.
No, Weston.
And I think you know what I mean.
And since you may or may not die, you Weston.
But
I've already said goodbye plenty of times. I'm not saying it again.
yeah, that's fair. Okay, I don't know enough about the rest of you to care saying anything to any of you.
Yes, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Hey, Buck, keep doing what you're
General
doing.
piece of advice.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do it. I'm telling you.
Don't immediately accept a firearm somebody gives you.
Mm.
Buck, the
Wisdom.
one having all the firearms.
What if it's from Buck?
First, before you accept the firearm, ask why you would need it and who you would use it on.
What if you already know the answer?
And before you even ask that, ask internally whether or not you should trust the person giving you a firearm. Because some people, they just like to pass around dangerous things without much thought behind what.
Jason, put your hand up.
I have a question.
You are that person.
What if the person giving us a gun is actually dead?
Then they could not have ever given it to you unless it was written into their will.
So I don't have to question it.
Jason, this is the impulse control we're talking about.
Well,
These are stupid
no,
questions.
You should still question it, even if you can't question them.
Okay, he's right. It was a stupid question.
Yeah. Also, you already have firearms.
Yeah,
He has
but
like
what if I
7.
need more?
You don't need more.
Never. I don't. Okay. Here's another piece of advice. Don't ever think, "What if I need more?" That's.
That's what leads to Jason.
Yeah. No.
That's what leads to.
That is literally how all corruption starts. It's
Yeah.
what if
Yeah.
I will need more? So I will get more now, so that it's easier to get more later. It's just there's a danger that comes with just accepting things that are given to you. Also, don't pass things out freely. This is a general piece of advice. Some will apply more to others.
The villain.
Speaking of which, Jason, give me the boots back.
It's because they wanted something.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They wanted more than they had.
Also, Jason, I know I targeted you a lot.
I deserve it.
I'm glad you were at least aware.
I
Um,
earned it.
This is not like
I
one of
never read.
those like truly heartfelt moments when I'm like, oh, I think I have faith in you to do this.
You better not say that.
I don't have faith in you to, at least anytime in the near future, responsibly use the vials you have left over.
I have already. Actually, I have a very responsible use for them.
So
No.
I will request that you give them to somebody more responsible until they deem that you can hold them.
Hey, Jason, can I have him? I'm gonna give him the buck.
No.
Give him the buck.
I'm working on this project already.
Don't give them to him. Just
Uh,
don't give them to him either.
All right, I'm gonna take out the book that I have and hand it to you.
What is
What
that?
the hell is this?
I'll explain later.
Okay.
The journal.
Well, being honest, if in the moments that I'm God, I won't forcibly change you as a person, Jason.
Hmm?
But
I need you to know, Weston,
so
you will not have the powers of a god.
I understand that. This is
Oh, praise the Lord!
This is all literally just for the sake of our understanding. If I have any control over people's personal items, expect some of them to be missing. Again, this applies to some people here more than
You're gonna be
others.
stealing?
Oh, hey, yeah, that is thievery. That is
I
stealing.
don't know if they
You
were
can't
These are
do
my
that.
to begin
belongings.
with.
These are all my personal belongings.
Well, they're not. Jason.
You-
Okay, and this is Daniel. As much as I would love to let this lovely conversation
yeah.
continue, please get it over with.
Yeah, okay, I think that's it.
I think getting it over with is the worst.
I think
thing.
I've covered my bases. Most of them. The important ones.
So
Are you
will
ready,
everything that was destroyed be restored?
Everything that was destroyed by the end.
Great. Great.
But forces, specifically, will not return in the same way because they are beings of energy. For example, Boyle. Boyle is dead. Boyle will not return, but the Crimson King will. But not.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
will not be Boyle.
Yeah. This isn't a problem. This isn't what that's fine. I don't.
Yeah.
I'll kind of miss him, I guess. He was nice to talk to, but
He was a bad person. He did bad things.
Are you?
that was before.
Are you prepared?
No, but
Are you ready?
yes. Yes, I'm ready.
Hold out your arms. And Weston holds out his arms. His eyes begin to roll back into his head, and you see these faded versions of Weston merge into him. Millions and millions, all at the same time. This burst of energy. Weston is no longer standing before you. Please describe who is.
Yeah, so what is before you currently is more or less like The physical manifestation, things that you can see
Visual-
physically,
yeah,
yeah, the
visually
visual
shown.
manifestations are just like these weird, like shimmering like amorphous like bodies. It's kind it kind of resembles the static, but instead of like it being like one solid body, it's like it cycles between like
Many
all
different ones.
many different ones, but they kind of like vibrate from side to like they kind of vibrate in the air, and it's yeah. There's this weird low resonant hum with it, but I think more noticeably is not what manifests visually, but rather the feeling that manifests, which is I think almost immediately everybody feels this presence of what can only be described as balance, equilibrium, reward and consequence, karma.
Speaking of which, coming through basically the
Oh.
pocket, consequences walks in.
I'm in.
He just like looks up at Karma. I was wondering when you show up.
Now,
You got it.
You can stop acting all serious, Weston. I know you're still in there.
Weston is gone.
I know, but you're Karma.
Oh, come on.
Where's the ceaseless?
I am
Gone.
Lost.
This is
Nameless nothing.
But does it not go through all the time?
I am a force.
All of the previous time, but not anymore.
I am a force, a concept, but
Oh.
without ego,
Huh. That's changed.
something like that.
You're there to show all the good things people have done, and I'm there to show all the bad things.
Wouldn't that
Something
be
like that.
What about,
In a way,
didn't you say
Similar.
luck had good consequences?
yes. My specific job is to show the consequences. I do not show the bad ones. The good ones to people who do not need to see them.
Mm-hmm. So Weston's really gone, isn't he?
The person you knew as Weston is gone.
So were you the ceaseless?
No. Weston Newdale was the ceaseless.
Something new.
This is Karma, which has never existed before.
Where did you come from?
Where will you go?
The energy. The energy has been around for a while, though in many different forms and in many different ways. More or less, I've coalesced both metaphysically, physically, and mentally into a consciousness.
Okay, Buddha.
I think I have an idea. I don't get this often. I know how they said, energy can't be destroyed, it can only change. You are the energy from the ceaseless that was here. Because the ceaseless can't be destroyed.
I think that is partially accurate, but I don't think it's the full picture.
No, obviously
He is
not.
some of he is some of what remains.
You were changed.
What the
You,
power?
you weren't the ceaseless, but the ceaseless became you, if that makes sense.
Yes and no. It's a very
It is the energy of the ceaseless.
amorphous thing.
And Weston Newdale, in a similar sense to James Francisco, is gone. There are probably bits left in him in karma because this has never happened before. Exactly like this.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Unlike because this is karma.
Did they let you in?
I'm not bound by them.
But
Neither
created
is
you.
karma.
Did they not create you?
No.
No,
Who did?
the voice.
They don't like you, do they?
They don't like anything outside of their control.
Like, also, consequences laughing kind of sends a chill on all of your spine, except for karma.
I don't like that.
He's like,
I made Now what?
well, now you'll be coming with me. Garden. It's the center point of all existence.
Do you get your own pool?
Maybe.
We have.
What
It's
if,
in
you
one
need,
shade.
what if you need to see both the karma and the consequences at the same time?
You don't.
I don't think
Maybe
you
you do.
understand how this.
I'm trying, man. I'm new here.
What about karma consequences and regret?
Consequences puts his hand out for karma. If you would please come with me. There's a chess game I need you to judge.
Do you see who's winning?
He'll just like take his hand, walks through a metaphysical door,
Hmm.
and karma consequences are gone.
Oh, thank
What the heck just happened?
God. Weston is not Weston
I'm
anymore.
not asking you, Jason, even though I love your input.
You seem to notice that the speaker and Daniel are gone,
The Spaniel.
Where'd the speaker go?
and the narrator stands there. What?
Spaniel.
I said the Spaniel. Speaker's Daniel.
And the narrator gestures directly across from the director. You see sitting there is someone that looks very similar to Edge,
You mean the speaker?
but instead of this purple coat, this purple suit jacket, he's wearing effectively like a camo suit jacket with no tie, just
Wait, why is there a floating
all
head
right.
there?
Don't have an accent.
Don't do, please.
Guys,
Don't have an accent.
guys,
Hello.
why is there a floating head over there?
Not a floating head, you idiot.
Didn't
See the
you
rest of
another
you?
asshole?
Oh,
I'm trying to be an asshole.
okay, Billy.
Please stop.
Stop what?
You know what?
Whatever you say, Butcher. He hasn't come out yet.
You were not even allowed to read.
You're like,
Allowed.
now.
I buy my own comic.
Now what?
I'm nothing.
He doesn't like you either.
I think it's time for you to go.
Home is far away.
Which home? I have a couple.
Jason,
Which one do you want?
there is either home and where you came from. There's a difference.
Which home do you wish to go to? The voice has given its instructions. You are to go home and live your lives until maybe you are needed someday.
Actually, there's something I still have to deal with. She's causing a ruckus in the Nexus.
You'll deal with her in due time.
I like the accents.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Go home, Jason. All right. You've done your part. Played your role. You will be needed again someday.
I know. Bloody Look can't do anything without me, can ya?
Jonathan,
What? I know.
I need you to stay next to you.
What?
You're not going back there.
Why? That's where
Those are
I'm
the
from.
instructions.
That's where I'm. That's my home.
I know.
What have
You have a
cared
role
when-
to play.
When have you cared when I'm needed?
The voice can speak now.
Ooh.
Please. Wilcox,
I still have
I am so sorry.
still have no idea what you are.
You are a pained man.
I have a what?
Pained man. You have dealt with so much. Unfortunately, you'll be dealing with so much more. Maybe
As
not
always.
this one of you, but
No rest.
Brett Wilcox have always
No rest for the wicked.
I suppose. Jonesy?
Zonesy?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Zonesy.
Jonesy.
I like Zonesy.
Oh, I
Yep.
got the wrong universe. Sorry.
Well, Weston gave you your role. And I will play it.
Shit.
Steph, go home.
Don't you guys?
Don't do drugs.
Buck,
She's like,
we love you.
and
Buchanan.
Buchanan William.
Present.
You are an enigma.
Is that so?
You have such an important role to play, and we have no idea what it is yet. Stay with Jason. He'll need you.
Fine.
I don't do drugs.
Oh.
Oh
like
wait,
all the boys
where,
have.
where am I going to stay with him? Are we,
gonna be a company.
do we have a?
Jonathan's
Like, do we have
it's
a-
okay, I can build a ship.
Where are we going? Oh, there's no place to be.
Alright.
I think existence was fixed, but
We'll find somewhere.
Got a couple.
You'll have a portable you'll have a portable Tasty Dogs guns and ammo. Portable.
yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay. Hey,
That'd
you a
be
portable guns and ammo.
That's what guns are.
Seth, like, seemingly she just. I hate all of you, and I hope I never see you again.
Same.
Hey,
Same.
for what it's worth, I am sorry that you ever had to, be.
What?
Yeah, me too. She goes through a journey.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm
You
sorry
need to learn.
you
That's
never existed.
Jason, you know you're trying.
Of saying,
I appreciate
I'm
the
sorry
effort,
that you
but
suck.
next time, don't say anything.
I'm working on it.
Practice on me next time, please.
Seth leaves.
Well, but I can't.
And the narrator looks at all of
You're
you.
one of my best friends.
Yeah, and best friends
Actually, I guess
bully each other.
that you by disqualification, by qualification. I guess Sabrina probably doesn't want to be a
Yes.
friend anymore. She might only.
The narrator looks at all of you.
Oh.
Smiles to himself.
You good?
I spent a long time watching you and telling your story. I know it's not always been easy. And there's been a lot of pain along the way. But I hope I'm able to tell. To say your happy endings. Thank you for being the characters, the story that I needed to tell. Couldn't have asked for any better ones. Though I know your story doesn't quite end just yet. But this one does. Thank you.
Thank you.
Will we see you again?
Maybe.
Physically?
Hopefully not.
Is the warden still
I
old?
agree.
He's a pile of dust.
He actually just disintegrated.
Warden, for what it's worth, I really hope you get re-energized. Because I think you're the most agreeable one here.
I am so agreeable.
Because he's just senile.
Narrator, you're a second place.
Where's your change?
Please don't give your opinion on each of us.
Director.
Oh, I'm not gonna talk. Well, actually, speaker. Well, I can't say. I don't know the new you well enough. Director, you know where you are. You know what.
You know what scale you're on.
Weston made it perfect.
Do you see the director just clenches his jaw and just...
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying really
Hey,
hard.
that said, thank you. I understand that managing whatever the heck this thing is probably a lot of work. And I am trying to, you know what he said. So, thank you for all you do.
Jason.
Get out.
Luke. Wilcox. Buck. Josie. Unfortunately, it's time for this story to have its ending. It was a pleasure having you. May we meet again someday.
I'm still deeply confused.
We will. Trust
We'll
me.
figure that out, Buck.
Will always be,
And all
will
of you
always
leave.
be.
Yes,
That's the thing.
Buck will always.
I know me. I can wait.
Now's the time.
Now's the time.
If it's in game, it has. Now's the time.
Okay. I just think that individually, after they all return to their respective places, that karma reappears visually to each of them, though this time their form is different. And in fact, it changes as they appear. Instead of being like this weird shimmering, what once resembled static form, is now has more or less coalesced into this all like jet black, like midnight black body that almost looks like there's obsidian underneath the skin. And there's no nose, no mouth, but there are eyes, and the eyes are just like the irises are pure white. It's not like the eyeball is like just a full blank white, but there are distinguishable irises that are white. And I think he appears to all of them and just says, Weston, I believe, stated that he wished that certain things could change. Primarily one of them being people being rewarded. I think in his last moments, he recognized that you all had an important role to play in quite literally everything. So, I have this inclination to now, in this moment, reward you all with but one thing of your choosing.
Oh.
Though another part of me, maybe the part that was once Weston, is urging great caution with that wish. So,
Can I take this at a later time?
take it when you wish, and choose wisely.
Great. And as all,
Consequences?
what about consequences?
We never.
I know.
So that'll happen later. Okay, maybe.
As all of players in our cosmic game go their separate ways. Some stay together, others do not. And Weston and James are together again. In a way. To take a deep breath and say, "Be the end of Entity Point." So we know it at least. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
The things that did happen here
Especially you,
could have
Springer.
only ever happened here.
Because
And
no
no
one
one-
is
Nice,
crazy
nice,
enough
The
to
nice,
things
nice.
that happen here
No.
I like that.
Should not happen.
cannot happen anywhere else.
Can
Alright,
never
I gotta
happen
think.
again.
Ever.
I must take
Please.
a shower,
Unless we make a TV show of this.
Uh huh.
which would be pretty sweet.